Part 2.
Part 2.
I gotta leave my headphones off right now because my dog is outside and she didn't want to come in, so I gotta listen for her.
Dude, I swear to God, my dog used to do that all the time. And then when I find like 5 of them, be like, all right, I'll leave you. And like the second I sat down, like you son of a gun, dude.
Excuse me. Oh, I forgot we're live streaming.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me.
All right, it is 1 o'clock. As a reminder, my name is Julie Battress. I am the hearing officer for today's public hearing on Regulation 2025-018. So we are in the process of taking testimony from folks who have pre-registered for testimony. Once we get to the end of our list, we will call the people who had pre-registered and missed their turn. Then anyone who has not pre-registered, we will, if we have time remaining, we will ask you to please raise your hand, and we'll take you in the order that we find you, or that you've raised your hand, excuse me. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hopefully we'll be able to wrap up today, but we will address, if we still have people remaining towards the end of our time period today, what our next steps will be. So, okay, we are looking for first Jessica Gabbett. If Jessica Gabbett could please raise her hand so that we can identify you. If you're joining by phone, it's the *5 function. Jessica Gabbett.
Yeah, I can't
Jessica
believe
Gabbett.
they only give them 30 minutes for lunch. Like
I
that's,
know.
like, what did you even get? Some fucking crackers?
I'm not
Like,
seeing Miss Gavitt.
Yeah,
like I'm over here eating yogurt.
All right,
It's like I
then
whip that up
let's
real
move
quick.
on to Mr. Mohammed Rahman.
Okay, dude.
Mr. Rahman, Mohammed Rahman, could you please raise your hand?
Muhammad
If you've
Rahman.
joined by phone, raising your
It's
hand
not
is
a
the
real
*5
name,
function.
dude. That's not a real name, bro.
Mohammed Rahman.
We back. We back. I was hoping to see
Okay,
Mohammed
then,
Rahman.
and could we please identify the next people that we have waiting, or excuse me, on our list? Apologies.
Of course. I do have a Laura Riley. I'm not sure if that's the same Laura Riley that testified prior. There's a different email.
All right.
Ramen.
I see we have a address. We have a raised hand from Mac Haddow. Mr. Haddow,
Hey,
we
Big
called
Mac
you earlier today, and you missed your turn, so you'll be called when we finished everyone who has registered. So we will call you at that
come
time.
on. Mac's a busy dude.
After Laura Riley, assuming that that's the same one prior, the next
Lisa,
speaker would be Mr.
they
Adam Hull,
scheduled,
representing Artisan
Kratom on the
Botanicals.
Schedule 1 in Connecticut.
Adam Hull.
And this is
Adam Hull, are you present?
This is a hearing to tell them why we don't think it should be
Adam Hull,
added as a
looking
Schedule
for Adam
1.
Hull. Adam Hull, if you could please raise your hand.
And hopefully they'll change it. You know, it's the one where
You're
they
on by
stuck it in the
phone.
head
Raised
bill
hand
at
is
the last
*5.
second.
Okay, not seeing Adam Hull.
I feel like I'm yelling, but
The next
I don't have my
speakers
headphones on.
on the list are Miss Christina Moore and Miss Elizabeth Hicks.
Okay, Christina Moore. Christina Moore, if you could please raise your hand for us.
Yep, we helped save California last night.
Christina Moore,
Yeah.
are you
We
with
did.
us?
I
That
will
is correct.
upload we're gonna upload the replay soon.
It only
Christina
took
Moore.
like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And if you're
Like 7
raising,
hours,
if you're
I
joining by
think, in
phone,
total.
raised hand
Maybe
is
6 that were
*5
on
on
there.
your phone. I don't see Christina Moore.
It was a long night.
Long night. And then we had to
I
turn
do
around
not
and wake up early
either.
for this.
The next person after Miss Moore is Miss Elizabeth Hicks,
But
a
it
U.S.
was
Affairs
beautiful. There was
analyst
about
for the
20
Consumer
people that
Choice Center.
testified.
Elizabeth
So it
Hicks.
was
There we go. Hold on just one moment,
We
please.
didn't save the state of California. We saved Irvine, California.
Yeah,
All right, Miss Hicks, your camera and audio are on. You will have to unmute yourself to speak. And your 3 minutes will begin after you introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hicks. If you could please say your name and spell your name for the record, provide your organization as well as a contact email.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Elizabeth Hicks, Elizabethhicks. I'm with the Consumer Choice Center, and my email is elizabeth@consumerchoicecenter.org.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Fantastic. As a consumer
Yeah,
advocacy
Barbie.
group that fights for lifestyle freedom and smart policy, we appreciate the DCP convening this hearing. We take great concern with the proposal to schedule two particular compounds, specifically kratom and 7-OH or 7-hydroxy. Knowing the scientific evidence that has been compiled on these two similar substances, their historic use, and the absence of similar scheduling at the federal level, we believe that harsh scheduling would be inappropriate and contrary to the spirit and intent of state law. We understand the DPC has undertaken the scheduling issue due to the rising availability of these products in smoke shops, gas stations, and convenience stores, where there has been no legal regime for labeling, dosage, or age restrictions. We believe that the more appropriate path would be to consider these substances at a lower scheduling or simply as regulated substances within a state regulatory framework. If we want to better regulate and control kratom, 7-OH, plus all the derivatives and alkaloids showing up on the shelves in various forms, then we need clear and effective rules regulating dosage, labeling, and age gating sales to minors. The path of prohibition has failed us countless times before, and we're still living with those consequences. Targeted regulation on these compounds and products will better protect consumers now and tomorrow, whereas prohibition has a tendency to mislead regulators into thinking an issue has been settled when it actually ends up causing a lot more harm. The correct answer is enforceable regulations to keep consumers safe, age restrictions to keep it away from children, and a governance framework that avoids needlessly criminalizing Americans and creating incentives for illicit trade, while researchers have the path to better understand. After decades of punitive and societally destructive war on drugs, on cannabis, and other substances, are we really prepared to repeat the same experiment again on 7-OH and kratom products? Outright bans don't magically eliminate use, but rather they drive it underground. There's no scenario this makes sense or makes Connecticut safer. As such, we do not believe that the scheduling of kratom and 7-OH under the harshest restrictions is appropriate under Connecticut state law. Establishing a regulated framework for kratom and its metabolites, purity testing, transparent labeling, dosage standards, and more would have the greatest impact. Encouraging clinical research into therapeutic, medical, and recovery uses as well. And lastly, implementing age restrictions and consumer education rather than criminal penalties would be a much more prudent path. We need smart regulation, not prohibitionist policies. Thanks for your time and consideration on this matter.
Thank you for your time today, Ms. Hicks. Could we identify our next participant?
Yes, the next speaker is going to be Brandy Gump, an herbalist or botanist. And after Brandy, it will be Miss Susan Wilk.
Okay, Brandy Gump. Brandy Gump, if you could please raise your hand. Brandy Gump, if you're joining by phone, it's the *5 function on your phone. Brandy Gump, we're looking for Brandy Gump. Reminding people that if you miss your turn, you'll be called at the end of the list of everyone who's pre-registered. Again, if you're not able to wait, we invite you or anyone who'd like to submit written testimony via the e-regulation portal. Okay, not seeing Brandy Gump. We can next call Susan Wilk. Susan Wilk, Ms. Wilk, could you please raise your hand? Susan Wilk, looking for Susan Wilk. I do not see Susan Wilk.
My ears.
I also do not.
Okay, then let's go to the next couple of people.
The next individual will be Mr. John Shinholzer, followed by Mr. Dylan Waite.
Okay, John Shinholzer. Mr. Shinholzer. Hold on just one moment, Mr. Shinholzer.
I gotta go let my dog in.
All right, Mr. Shinholzer, your mic and camera are on. You will have to unmute yourself, and your
There
time
he
will start
is.
after your introduction.
Can you
Thank
hear
you,
me?
sir. Yes, I can. Can you please say and spell your name for the record? If you're with an organization, please list your organization and please provide a contact email for us.
All right, thank you. John Shinholzer, JohnShinholser. I'm the Advocacy Director for American Veterans for Kratom Safe. My email is shinholzer, as I just spelled, at americankratom.org. Thank you. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran and a grandfather, and I saw some pictures earlier, and there's my beautiful granddaughter.
Yes.
And I hope she grows up to have access to kratom in the free marketplace one day, and that we don't, blanket ban it. But anyways, I'm also an old timer in recovery from addiction. Been clean and sober 43 years, very active in the recovery community, founder of an incredible peer-run recovery organization in Virginia,
That's what
one
it
of the
was.
best in the nation, national model. Point is, I have a lot of institutional knowledge, but I've been listening, and it's like, am I the only one here with decades of experience of going into our jails and our prisons, speaking to the inmates, giving them, hope so when they get out, they can recover from their addictions that got them there. And I'm talking 85% of our jails and prisons are full of addicts and alcoholics, which is a mental illness. So the way I've seen kratom is the best harm reduction tool I've ever seen in the streets and in the community. I cannot not count the hundreds and hundreds, perhaps thousands of people I've personally been in touch with that they pivoted from a one pill kills to a life-saving FDA regulatory packaged product. And not to mention the alcoholics, the meth addicts, the crack addicts, the pharmaceutical addicts. So on a harm reduction side, it's an amazing tool. Dr. Vorko with NIDA, she testified to Congress that it was their best emerging tool they had in the toolbox. And NIDA, they spent over $100 million studying this. Am I the only one that read off over 600 scientific studies done on kratom, over 200 peer reviewed? So, at the end of the day, this is an incredible product. 50 million Americans, they're underserved. They're chronic pain patients that were cut off their meds back in 2015. They went out and they found a solution that solved their issues. With anything, there's going to be some problems, but I've been advocating for regulations of kratom now for several years. The way I see it, proper regulations, as the KCPA suggests, that's the starting point. Last couple of years, I've seen an incredible uptick in adverse events, and every single one of them appear to be related to the adulterated products, the 7-OH products. Kratom. I'm just amazed at the
30 seconds,
that
Mr.
takes place
Shinholzer.
here.
I love
And,
hearing him talk.
I serve my nation to have access to plant medicine, okay? And millions of us did. And I just think it'd be a shame if that's taken from us. We live in a free society, and we should have access to the freedom and liberties that we're entitled to by our Constitution. But thank you so much. Y'all doing a good job with this, and I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you for your testimony today, Mr. Shinholzer.
Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Okay, next up, we're looking for Mr. Dylan Waite. Mr. Waite, please, if you could please raise your hand. Dylan Waite, if you have joined by phone, it's the *5 function. Dylan Waite. Okay. Not seeing Mr. Waite. So could we please identify our next speakers?
Yes, the next speakers will be Suraj Luthra and Heather.
Yeah,
Okay,
John's
Suraj
a man, bro.
Luthra. Suraj Luthra, could you please raise your hand?
Got a chia seed stuck in my tooth now.
Suraj Luthra, if you're by phone, it's the *5 function. Looking for Suraj Luthra. I do not see Suraj Luthra.
Dude, this lady knows how to
I
pronounce
also do
names
not.
so good.
Okay, we have a person identified simply as Heather. Heather, if you could please raise your hand. We're ready for you. Heather, if you've joined by phone, it's the *5 to raise your hand. Looking for Heather.
Paging Heather.
Heather,
Okay, I have no
paging
Heather
Heather.
listed.
Dude, I wonder if do you think this will go on to 4?
Next,
Yep.
I don't know, man.
the next two
Oh.
speakers will be Gabriel Dooley and Dawn Goodridge.
All right, Gabriel Dooley. Looking for Gabriel Dooley. Gabriel Dooley, if you could please raise your hand
I also took some
so that we can
kratom on
find
my
you.
break
If you're on phone, it's star
when I
5.
went to go get my
no.
yogurt.
The horror.
Looking for Gabriel Dooley.
Paging Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Okay. Do not see Gabriel Dooley. Dawn Goodridge. Looking for Dawn Goodridge.
Pick up the white courtesy
Ms.
phone.
Goodridge, if you're on by phone, it's the star 5 function to raise your hand. Dawn Goodridge. And one more call for Dawn Goodridge.
One
Dawn
more call.
Goodridge. Okay, please identify the next few.
The next two speakers will be Mr. Tad Coburn and Mr. Anthony Malleus.
Tad Coburn. Mr. Tad Coburn, if you could please raise your hand.
He's a tad bit Coburn.
Tad Coburn, are you with us?
Oh, goodness.
Mr. Coburn, if you're on by phone, it's a star 5
If
function.
anybody's watching this, I promise I'm not talking shit about your name. I
Give
find
one
names
call,
interesting.
one more
I don't
call
know.
for Tad Coburn
you
because
share
I
on
don't
NC
see
Talk?
him.
Do what?
Did you share on Facebook?
Yeah.
The second.
Okay.
I
Anthony
need to share on
Malleus.
X and stuff.
Mr. Anthony Malleus. Anthony Malleus, could you please raise your hand for us?
A lot of people just
Anthony
ain't showing up,
Malleus.
though.
Mr. Malleus, if you're on by phone, it's star 5 to raise your hand.
Oh, also, I don't know if you saw. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see my
Don't see Anthony Malleus, so let's
comment on
identify the
X,
next
but it
few,
shows
please.
up now on Restream.
I see
The
that.
next individual set to testify will be Mr. Joshua Costas and Miss Dana Fusco.
Joshua Costas. Joshua Costas, are you with us? Joshua Costas, could you please raise your hand?
I don't get a notification.
Mr. Costas, if you're on by phone, it's the star 5 function to
Yeah.
raise your
It wasn't
hand.
showing up before on there.
Joshua Costas. Last call for Joshua Costas.
Last call for Josh.
All right then. Dana Fusco. Dana Fusco. There we go. Hold on just one moment.
Maybe it won't go till 4. Shit.
All right,
That's
Miss
what I'm
Fusco,
saying.
your
Everybody
audio
comes at
and
the
camera
last
are
second.
enabled, and your 3 minutes will start after your introduction.
Thank you.
Honestly, that'd be the
I believe
smartest
it's,
way to do it if you
perhaps
don't want to
Mr.
wait all
Fusco,
day. Just
if you could please
What?
spell and,
show up at the
state
end.
your name for the record, and if you're with an organization, please provide your organization and a
Is it
contact
messing
email,
up?
please.
Leisha?
I guess hi, good morning, or good
Hold
afternoon,
on, let
rather,
me
in your
look.
time. My name is Dana Fusco, Dana Fusco. I am speaking on behalf of myself without any
Oh,
organization
mute this.
affiliation, and my email address is consciousdana@gmail.com. Good afternoon, thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is Dana Fusco, and I'm a person in long-term recovery. My journey into addiction began many years ago, not by choice, but after a major accident that left me in severe pain. I was prescribed opioid medications by a doctor, and what began
We're
as a
back. Yeah,
legitimate pain
I
treatment
don't see
slowly
it
led to
messing up,
dependence and
Leisha.
eventually heroin addiction.
Man, the
For
lag
several
is
years, I
real
relied on
though.
methadone and Suboxone,
If you look at it
both
like
for
on
pain
the screen.
management and to assist with addiction recovery. Over time, those medications stopped helping and began to harm. After years of deep internal work, I made the
Dude, that
decision to
guy's
free
voice
myself
sounds
from
like
them.
that Matt
That
dude,
journey
that
led me
podcast
to
we
whole
were
leaf
on.
kratom, a natural
Free
plant
Talk.
medicine that has truly changed my
That's
life.
what that guy's
I
voice
want to be
reminds me
clear.
of.
I fully support the use of whole leaf kratom only, not the synthetic or concentrated versions such as
Get it?
7-OH.
Ready?
Those
Preach it.
chemically altered products misrepresent what this plant truly is and not what
Yes.
responsible users like
Good way of
myself
putting
rely
it.
on. In its natural form, Kratom allows me to manage chronic pain and fibromyalgia safely and responsibly. I've used it
Welcome back.
sparingly for years. I still have some from the same bag I purchased several years ago. It helps me
Yeah,
function during
I mean,
flare-ups, travel, and stay present for my family without returning to dangerous opioids that nearly cost me my life. I know the devastation of addiction. I've overdosed before, and I've seen the pain it causes family. My heart goes out to those that experience that pain. But I've also learned something vital. Addiction is not a substance problem. It is a mental and spiritual problem. Healing comes through connection, purpose, and the freedom to choose natural options that support recovery and balance. And I believe our nation's struggle lies in our culture. In America, we have a problem with excess. We aren't taught how to respect what we consume or how to use things in moderation. Why a problem in other countries where it's been used safely for centuries? Because
Exactly.
there it's treated with respect
that's
as
so
medicine,
true.
not a product to exploit. Let's also be honest. Fentanyl is illegal, yet it continues to take thousands of lives every year. Prohibition doesn't stop harm. It only punishes responsible users. In
Yes.
fact, after conducting a quick online review of available reports, no deaths in Connecticut have been definitively linked to kratom use alone. That matters. If kratom were banned,
30 seconds, Mr. Fusco.
the people who would truly suffer are those who use it for medicinal and recovery purposes, while big pharmaceutical companies would stand to profit from the loss of a natural alternative. Kratom isn't a threat, it's a lifeline. Please don't take away a natural, safe, and responsible option that allows me to live meaningful, productive, and spiritually centered lives. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Woo, Dana.
Thank you for your testimony today, Mr. Fusco.
Fire.
I don't know you, but I'm proud of you.
Yes.
Right. The next speakers will be Dylan Smith and
Hey!
Sheldon Wilner.
Dylan Smith, can you please raise your hand? Dylan Smith? Dylan Smith, if you're on by phone, it's *5 function on your phone.
He could totally do audiobooks. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm looking through.
He's got that like
I do
narrator
see
voice.
Mr. Dylan Smith
I
in
do.
the call.
Dylan Smith?
Dylan.
Dylan Smith. All right, can you hear us? Why don't we unmute Dylan Smith and see if that
He is
person is
unmuted.
available? Yep. Dylan Smith, do you hear me? Dylan Smith, we're ready for you.
Yeah, she's like she gives off like English teacher
Yeah.
vibes.
Okay, Dylan Smith.
Dylan.
There we go. We see your hand raised. We have unmuted you. You are muted yourself. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Very good.
So
Hey,
Dylan,
there he
hi.
is. There he is.
That's okay. Dylan, can you please identify yourself, say your name, spell your name, provide the organization you're with, if any, and provide a contact email.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Dylan Smith, spelled Dylan,
Do
last name
you?
Smith, standard spelling. My email is appliedherbalism@protonmail.com. And I'm
From
not with, and I don't
Facebook.
represent any organization at all.
Okay, please go
Oh,
ahead.
wait. Are you talking
All
about
right.
from
Good
the
morning.
call?
My name is Dylan Smith. I'm a
Megan?
New England resident, a father, and an advocate for natural health and medicine. My wife and I spend time in Connecticut and care about the state and the people that live in it. Before discovering whole leaf kratom powder, I dealt with a host of debilitating health issues. In 2018, I was diagnosed with neuroborreliosis, an infection of the brain and nervous system from the bacteria that causes Lyme disease, after suffering from a host of debilitating
You had to
symptoms
write
that
down.
upended my life for over 10 years. Before kratom and other natural herbs came into my life, my daily reality was
15.
crippling pain, fatigue, anxiety, depression,
I would still try to
insomnia,
get
and
in.
digestive distress. My
Yeah, I'm
condition
wondering
became
if
so
there's a lot
severe
of
that in
people that are having the
2018 I was
same issue because a
hospitalized
lot
for
of
over a
people
month
aren't
and
on the
shortly after
call.
finally received a
I mean, it seems like
diagnosis.
there is
My
quite a
health
few
had
people
declined
that
to the
haven't,
point that I was put on disability and for
you know what I'm
several
saying? So
years
it
was
could be
unable to
something
support
like that.
myself. And while most people never return to work after
People could
going
be
on
getting kicked
disability,
off.
I recently have, in largest part due to Kratom's role in helping manage my complex health issues. This has allowed me to contribute to our family and community in ways that would otherwise have not been possible. In 2016, I entered recovery from alcohol and prescription pills that I was using to manage my symptoms and began detoxifying off several pharmaceuticals, including benzodiazepines like Xanax and Klonopin, and stimulants like Adderall and Ritalin. I was legally prescribed these to manage my symptoms, but their effect on me became highly detrimental. I'm extremely familiar with the concept of sobriety and what it means to be sober versus not. With a background in addiction, I'm acutely aware of when something plays a medicinal role in my life and when something is destructive. No other substance has ever been more medicinal and helpful in my 15 years of treatment for my mental and physical disabilities as Kratom Leaf has been. It supports my recovery process, just like so many people across the country, and has a massive positive impact on my mental health and discomfort levels without getting me intoxicated or inebriated, something that's so important to me.
Yeah, I know.
In my opinion, it is because of Kratom's ability to take the place of high-profit pharmaceuticals and be used as an exit substance that is so heavily demonized. It is actually because of how beneficial it is that we see calls for bans and a coordinated effort across the country. It's so beneficial that it cuts into the profits of the pharmaceutical companies who heavily lobby and influence our government. For instance, if I weren't using Kratom, I would likely be, and at one point have been, on a stimulant, a benzodiazepine, an antidepressant, a sleep
30
medication,
seconds, Mr.
an
Smith.
opiate, and more. This is a classic case of profits over people, just like we saw with cannabis over the past 10 years. I remember doctors testifying against the dangers of cannabis. Now look where we're at in the state. Connecticut has already become a leader in the alternative and plant medicine space, allowing their people to choose what treatments or medicines work best for them. Why would we now go in the opposite direction with a comparable plant? It is in fact the same people who helped to create the opiate crisis, who continue to profit off the dependency and addiction that they cause, who see Kratom Leaf as a threat to their revolving door of profit, pain management, and
Mr.
rehabilitation.
Smith, you have reached the end of your time. Please wrap up.
The stakes couldn't be higher for me personally. If I lost access to whole leaf kratom powder, it would massively impact my ability to be the father and community member that I am today. It would mean returning to a life of pain, instability, and suffering, taking away the single most effective tool that I have to manage my physical and mental health. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you. We appreciate your testimony. Next up, we're looking for Sheldon Wilner. Sheldon Wilner,
Yeah.
can you please raise your there? Hold
My
on just one
lab
moment.
tests for the past 6 years, like my blood work has been better than it.
Mr. Wilner, your
Way
mic and
better than
camera
before
are on. You will have to unmute your mic to speak, and your
Like
time will
enzyme
start after
level,
your
iron, like
introduction.
everything.
Mr. Wilner,
The only thing I'm low in is,
after you've unmuted
vitamin
yourself, could you please say and spell your name for the record?
just
If you're
couldn't
with
get
an
out of the house,
organization,
so
provide that information, and please provide a contact email.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. I am Sheldon Wilner, SheldonWillner. I do not represent any organization, and my email is shel.willner@gmail.com.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Sheldon Wilner. My daughter suffers from chronic pain. It's very debilitating. She has found kratom to be a lifesaver for her.
Yeah.
She would be in extreme pain if not. She's tried many different things, including opioids. They have not helped. Kratom has, and it has no negative effects on her. It would be catastrophic for it to be taken away from her. Is it absolutely without danger? No, nothing is. And according to the NIH, there are 500 deaths annually from Tylenol overdoses. Does that mean we should get rid of Tylenol? No. It means just be careful with it. 17 states in the United States have passed the Kratom Consumer Protection Act, which allows the use of kratom, but
I'm giving. That's so sweet.
monitors it
And I'm calling him for
so
his
that it
baby
is
girl.
not not
I-
abused. That is the direction we should be going in, not in banning. It is really important to keep it available. I'm sorry for the people who have lost people to this, but as I said, people have lost the people to other drugs that are perfectly legal just because they were abused. Don't take away something that is very helpful
Yeah,
for
it
certain
did, Megan.
people.
Yeah, we kicked
Thank
ass
you.
last night, Megan.
Thank you for your testimony today, Mr. Wilner. Okay, can we please
That was
identify the
beautiful.
next few people who are up?
Daddy
That
came
was
to vote for
beautiful.
his
Yes,
daughter.
the next two speakers, starting with Mr. Jordan Richard and then Miss Leah Waller.
Hey!
Okay, Jordan Richard. Looking for Jordan Richard. If you could please raise your hand. Hold on just one moment, Mr. Richard.
Now I'm gonna tear up again because George's fucking testifying. Oh, that
Mr.
was so
Richard,
sweet.
your
He called us
camera and mic are enabled. You will have to unmute yourself to speak, and your 3 minutes will start after you introduce yourself.
Thank you. Could you
Okay,
please,
no problem.
yeah,
Yes,
could you say and spell your name for the record, provide any
Yes.
organization that you're with, as well as your email contact?
Yeah, my name is Jordan Richard, JordanRichard,
There he
and my email is jrichard3190@yahoo.com.
Thank you.
Okay, so yes, my name is Jordan Richard. I'm a former, I used to abuse drugs a lot. Now, I'm an author of the book called The Truth About Kratom, Botanical Menace or Life-Saving Plant. Kratom is not an opioid based on its botanical origin, chemical structure, or law nationally or internationally. That's not from me, that's from the National Institute of Drug Abuse. Also, according to Johns Hopkins, less than 10% of people ever get physical dependency from Kratom, and there's a difference between addiction and dependency. If kratom were an opioid, it would have already been scheduled under the Controlled Substances Act. Studies have been done that mice were given 400 times the amount a person can reasonably consume of kratom, and there were no deaths. Also, I'm so sorry to anyone that's ever lost a family member, especially if they believe it's the kratom. I believe they deserve the utmost respect. But kratom's been used in Southeast Asia for over 1,000 years. If you Google kratom deaths Southeast Asia, you will see that it's zero. I've been to these. Sorry, I have a speech impediment. I've been to Indonesia, and when I've asked if anyone's ever died, they all looked at me like I was kind of crazy. Back in 2016, the DEA had an opportunity to schedule kratom, but for the first time ever, it's the first time they ever rescinded their intent to schedule. There's a public comment period with over 23,000 comments, and 99% were in favor of keeping kratom legal. This is from doctors and lawyers. Also, too, a lot of people saying kratom is gas station heroin. If you Google gas station heroin, you'll see it's not kratom. It's a substance called thioneptine. So I'm not really sure where that's coming from. Also, too, back in 2016, the FDA was going after kratom. That was due to former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb. After he left the FDA, he went to the board of Pfizer. Another reason why kratom wasn't scheduled is because the head of HHS, Dr. Brecher Waugh, he was in favor of scheduling kratom, but due to the process, he read the 100 peer-reviewed studies at the time, and by the end of that, he changed his mind. He rescinded his intent to schedule. He said the real threat that kratom posed was if it were to be banned, because people will go back to deadly non-opioids. Also, people were talking about the FDA saying kratom is bad. However, the FDA just released their first study saying that kratom is safe. You can look up kratom
30
studies,
seconds, Mr. Richard.
Bloomberg. There's been over 450 published studies on kratom. Also, now the FDA is about to do human trials. Johns Hopkins has scientifically proven that a kratom is 1,000 times safer than traditional opioids and any harm reduction tool. I used to be a severe heroin addict. Now my life is completely normal. I'm here advocating for kratom, not for 7-hydroxy. Also, the World Health Organization said that kratom does not meet the criteria for scheduling. I've interviewed every
Mr.
top
Richard, you have
expert in the
reached the end
world.
of your time.
Okay,
Please
also
wrap.
too, Rhode Island reversed the ban on kratom. There's over 17 states, and Dr. Marilyn. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Thank you very much,
Dude,
Mr.
he
Richard.
just
We appreciate
crammed
your
in
testimony
about
today.
a million things. Jordan,
Yay,
you rock.
Jordan!
All right, next up is
Yay!
Leah
That
Waller.
was awesome.
Leah Waller, if you could please raise your hand.
Oh my God, that
Leah,
was
if you've
crazy.
joined
All right,
us
I
by
gotta go.
phone, it's the *5 function. Leah Waller.
Jordan came in hot. Like last night,
Looking for
we were
Leah
work-
Waller.
man, we advocated our butts off last night.
I don't see Leah.
We were on
Oh,
that
we got
call
a phone.
for like
We got a telephone. Hold on just one moment.
6 hours. Then we had to turn around and wake up early this morning for this
Mic
one.
is on. You
Okay.
will have to unmute.
Thank you, Leah Waller. You are live. Please unmute yourself. If you could say your name, spell your name for the record, provide an organization if you're with one, and provide a contact email if you would like to have the the notice of decision sent to you when it's ready.
My name is Leah Waller. I'm not with any organization. I'm just advocating for myself, and I don't need an email. I just want to oppose any ban or schedule ones of kratom or 7-hydroxy. Both, if health and safety is a concern, then we should be looking at alcohol and cigarettes, as they both kill far more people every year than anything kratom or 7-hydroxy could. If you Google kratom deaths in 2024, it will tell you that there is no national statistic for this. It is up for debate. Most Mitridina exposure deaths have polysubstance.
Dude, Jordan
Can
turned
really,
it up,
other
boy.
compounds can lead to fatal
Found
outcomes.
out everything he
but
could possibly have
the
gotten
numbers
out.
are so
That dude was determined
low
not to leave that.
that while alcohol and cigarettes are on the market causing hundreds of thousands of deaths, Connecticut had a 164% raise in alcohol-related deaths over the last decade. That is where our health and safety focus should be across the whole country.
Yeah, I love Jordan.
For me personally, I have a small nerve disorder that the only thing that helps me is 7-hydroxy. I use kratom as well, and I will use a little bit of kratom and 7-hydroxy together for everyday use. But if there's a major flare, I have passed out from pain, I have thrown up from pain, and the only thing that actually stops it in its tracks is 7-hydroxy. I'm not a fan of opiates. Opiates make me feel weird and make me have a short temper. I'm not that person.
7-H
I
is
prefer
not
something natural.
kratom.
I just want to ask you guys to please don't schedule this as a Schedule 1. If you have to schedule, do a Schedule 5. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony today, Ms. Waller.
That is a sticker
So
across
before
the
we
bottom
get
of
on
the
to
screen.
announcing who our next couple of speakers who are in line to testify are, I'll let you know that we have put the link in the chat for the to submit written testimony. So have a look at that if you're interested in supplying written testimony to us. So with that, then I will say we are looking for, let's see, Mr. Paxton, is it Amanda Rayner?
Yes, Miss Amanda Rayner and Miss Tracy Slack are the next two speakers.
Thank you. Amanda Rayner, could you please raise your hand? If you're by phone, raised hand is *5. Amanda Rayner, looking for Amanda Rayner.
That's the plan. I feel like that's the plan on both sides almost.
Looking
like,
through
the 7-OH side, they want to lump it in with kratom
I
so
do
that
not see Amanda
they
Rayner.
can possibly get by.
Yeah.
A reminder, if you're by phone, we do not have a link connecting your phone number to your name, so you'll have to identify yourself by using *5 to raise your hand.
We just had another dial in, just in case if it's her, Amanda Rayner.
That's okay.
Amanda Rayner, one more time for Amanda Rayner. Amanda Rayner, if you're on by phone, *5 to raise your hand. Okay. Moving on to Tracy Slack. Tracy Slack.
Hey.
Looking for Tracy Slack, if you could please raise your hand. Tracy Slack, if you've joined us by phone, *5 on your phone to raise your hand.
Yeah, diabolical. And that's the only way they've been able to get by for the past 2 years is going under the guise of kratom.
Nope.
I also do not see Miss Slack.
And then you
Okay,
got the
let's
other
look at the
side,
next
like the
few
government's like, oh,
people
we
in
can
line,
finally ban
please.
everything now that this
The
shit's all
next
crazy.
two speakers will be James.
Oh, hold
No
on one
last
second.
name.
Tracy Slack's right here in the lobby.
Oh, I see.
Hey.
One moment. Miss Slack, we see you've just entered, so if you can give us a moment. You had just come up as your turn.
Miss Slack, you are unmuted and your camera is enabled.
hate
You will
that you
need to
can't get
unmute
in.
yourself to speak, and your time will start after your introduction.
Okay, and if you could please say your name and spell your name for the record, provide an organization if you're with one, and please provide email contact address if you would like to have the notice of decision sent.
Okay, great. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. My name's Tracy Slack. It's TRACEY SLACK. And my email is linslack08@gmail.com. Hold on, baby. Sorry about that, guys.
Baby. She's just trying
I've
to be a
been
mama
a Kratom
because
user
of
for
Kratom.
8 years. I have 10 plus years of heroin use. Kratom has helped me get off of Kratom. Anything can be addictive in my eyes, just like food, and cheese also hits the opioid receptors as well. Working out can also release endorphins. Are we going to ban cheese and working out?
Yeah.
Kratom does hit the same receptors, but does not cause respiratory issues like traditional opiates. Dr. McCurdy has done extensive research on Kratom. You can also find science-backed information at kratom.org. Regulation should be the next move, so countless lives don't be affected by the ban. Also, people that are using it for recovery, they should not lose access to this because they could also fall back into drugs and the lifestyle that they've fought so hard to get out of.
Yeah.
And pretty sure that's all I have.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Slack. We appreciate your testimony today.
Thank you.
Hey.
What's up, Jordan?
The next individual is
so
set to
frustrating when you
testify
can't
are
get in
James.
like that. Like,
There's
you
no
know,
last
technology
name, just
won't work pretty
James.
much.
And then Megan Zamorano.
We got Jordan.
Megan.
Okay,
Megan, you're in there.
We're looking for James,
She
who
keeps
has
getting kicked
identified
out.
themselves as an advocate. James, if you could please raise your hand. James, if you're on by phone,
Jordan, you
raising the
did
hand can be done by the star
amazing,
5
dude.
function.
Amazing. You got everything in there that
Looking
you
for James.
possibly could.
Paging James.
James.
Man, I
and
hate it when like something like that
I
happens. Like her
scroll
getting
through the
kicked off.
list.
Like, oh man.
Do not see a James.
Hopefully when they call her, it will.
So we'll go
Maybe
last
she's
call for
trying again.
James. All right.
Paging James to the white curtain.
Megan Zamorano. Megan Zamorano. Mrs. Zamorano, if you're on, could you please raise your hand?
She's
If
trying.
you've joined by phone, that would be star 5 to raise your hand. Megan Zamorano, Mrs. Zamorano.
Have you tried dialing
your
the phone
turn.
number maybe? I had to do that one time on the Zoom.
Okay, one last call from Megan Zamorano.
Maybe if you can't get in this time, try the phone number thing.
All right,
at
then,
the
could we
end.
please identify the next people in line?
Man, what is going
Yes,
on?
the next two individuals set to testify are Mr. Jared Beam and Royce Maxwell.
Hold
Hey,
on a
Jared
sec.
Beam. Jared Beam, could you please raise your hand? Jared Beam, if you're on by phone, raising the hand can be done by star 5. Jared Beam, looking for Jared Beam.
Crap, it's on the wrong. I'm on the wrong phone. Hold on.
Jared
I think
Beam.
there was a call-in number on the bottom of that thing.
Do
Maybe.
not see
Hold
Mr.
on.
Beam. Okay, Royce Maxwell. Royce Maxwell, could you please raise your hand?
Okay, hold up. I think like the
Royce
email was so
Maxwell?
weird. It didn't have a clickable link and everything.
You've dialed in by phone. Please
But
push the star 5 function, star 5 to raise your hand. Looking for Mr. Royce Maxwell.
Okay, yeah, here it is. Hold on, I'll put it in the chat.
I see Misty Brown with your hand raised. Mr. Thaxton, am I correct? Did we call Misty Brown?
We did call Miss Brown. I'm not sure if she's affiliated with Mr. Maxwell.
Yeah, let's check.
Miss Brown, your mic is enabled. You will have to unmute.
Are you
I just wanted
affiliated?
to let you guys know that some people are having problems getting in and they're being kicked out. So I just want to let y'all know if y'all are having like technical difficulties on that end, or if other people are having technical difficulties on their end, because they're getting kicked out by trying to raise their hand and stuff.
All right, thank you for letting us know that.
You're very welcome.
Okay, we have a 603 number raised.
I have enabled their mic. They will have to unmute.
Okay, 603, can you unmute and please identify yourself?
Hopefully they can figure it out. Shit.
I just put the call-in number and the conference
Person who's
ID.
joined is 603-512-4830. You're still muted on your end. I'm not sure if you are
I don't think I can
Royce
comment with
Maxwell.
I was going to do a screenshot. Yeah, the way that like, I don't know if you saw like the thing that was attached to the email, but it's just so like all the text all jumbled
Why
together.
don't we try
no hyperlinks at
unmuting,
all.
excuse me, disabling and re-enabling the mic
So I
before we move on.
I had to copy and paste it. That's how I sent it to Jordan, but I had to send it through email.
All right.
Megan.
The 603 number.
Text me, message me right now.
I can hear you. Can you identify yourself?
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Can you identify yourself, please?
Yes, hi, my name is Amanda Rayner, and I'm calling from Bedford, New Hampshire. I'm calling to speak on the bill for Kratom.
Okay, hold on one moment, Ms. Rayner. Mr. Thaxton, is that okay?
We did go over Miss Rayner.
Yes.
She was not there at the time. We are nearing the end of our list, so I
Yep.
think it would be a good idea to finish it up before we go back for those
Yeah.
that may have missed their turn.
All right, Ms. Rayner, we will get back to you in just a couple minutes. So we have a few more people to call. Thank you.
Yes. The next two individuals set to speak are Mr. Joseph Harrington and Mr. Mark Porterfield.
Joseph Harrington, if you could please raise your hand. Joseph Harrington. Mr. Harrington, if you've joined by phone, please push *5 to raise your hand.
Misty, you see that? Megan said text her.
You text me your email
Joseph
address. So I
Harrington.
can forward you my email.
Let's see you. Okay. Mark Porterfield. Mr. Mark Porterfield, can you please raise your hand for us? Mr. Porterfield, if you're on by phone, please use the *5 function. Mark Porterfield, please. Mark Porterfield? I'm also not seeing Mark Porterfield listed among the names we have. Okay, let's move on.
And then the last on our list is Mr. Joseph Gagney.
Okay, Joseph Gagney.
Wow,
Joseph
so they're on
Gagney,
the
could you
last.
please raise your hand? Joseph. Joseph, if you're on by phone, could you please use the *5 to raise your hand? Looking for Joseph Gagney.
Sounds like she's saying gag me.
Joseph Gagney. Okay, so we have reached the end of our list that we've gone through. As we had said, if we missed you the first time that we went through the list. We would go through again now and call folks. So, Mr. Thaxton, do you have the order to call the people again?
I do, yes.
Okay.
Starting from the very top, just to make sure we have everyone.
Yep.
Mr. Stephen Perniak.
Okay, Mr. Perniak. Who's the first person we looked for? Stephen Perniak, please. Mr. Perniak, if you could please use the raised hand function. If you're joining by phone, the *5. Also, for everyone who isn't able to wait, you're welcome to submit comments via written testimony. The link for written testimony is in the chat box.
Man, can you
Stephen
imagine
Perniak,
being
one more
the one
time.
that has to go through all these public
Okay,
comments,
next speaker,
like
please.
emailing people back?
Next is Mr. Austin Lewis and then Mr. Richard Nidre.
Okay, Austin Lewis.
I wonder if Muhammad
Austin Lewis,
Rahman.
if you could please raise your hand for us. Austin, if you're on by phone, it's a *5 function. Okay, not seeing Mr. Austin Lewis. Richard Nidre. Richard Nidre? Mr. Nidre, are you present?
Hopefully so.
Okay, anyone who's on by phone, please use the *5 function to raise your hand when your name is called.
Next to...
Hold on. 603. That Richard Nidre?
Hopefully they hear
603, are you Mr. Nidre? Is this Mr. Nidre?
Hi, can you hear me?
Is this Mr. Richard Nidre?
No, you unmuted me, Amanda Rayner.
What? Because we thought you raised your hand because you were called, and we thought you were. We can't identify. Okay, so we'll get to you, Ms. Rayner. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Yes.
Who's up next, Mr. Thaxton, please?
Could be.
The next two are Miss Sherry Michaels or Miss Caroline.
I think they're going in the order they called him
DeMonicis.
the first time.
Yeah.
Sherry Michaels.
Dominicis.
And he
Sherry
was like
Michaels,
halfway down
could
the
you
list,
please
I
raise your
think.
hand? Sherry Michaels, if you're with us, please raise your hand. If you're on by phone, please use
It
the
sounds like
*5
what do you
function.
call it, a seance. If you can hear me, please make
I do not see Sherry Michaels.
make a noise or whatever.
Okay.
Give me a
Ms.
sign.
Caroline D. Dominicis. Caroline D. Dominicis. Ms. Dominicis, if you're on, please use the raised hand function so we can find you. Listen to your testimony. If you're on by phone, please use the *5 to raise your hand. Caroline D. Dominicis.
There's 56 people.
Okay,
in here.
next two, please.
The next two are Mr. John Crutchfield and Mr. Lucas Redmond.
John Crutchfield, could you please raise your hand for me? Mr. John Crutchfield, we're looking for John Crutchfield.
Matt, give us a sign.
Do not see a John Crutchfield on my list of people. John Crutchfield, if you're one of the phone numbers who've dialed in, please use the *5. Last call for John Crutchfield.
Yeah.
Last call for alcohol.
That's what I keep thinking every time she says that.
Okay, moving on to Lucas
say that when I'm
Redmond.
cleaning the
Mr.
kitchen at the
Lucas
end of the
Redmond.
night. I'm always like, last call
Lucas
for
Redmond,
alcohol. Y'all better
please
come
raise your
home.
hand. Lucas Redmond, if you're on by phone, if you could use the *5. Okay, looking for Lucas Redmond.
The Patreon saying of prayer.
Okay, next two, please.
I think it's
The next
wrapping up,
two
Marcel.
is Miss Mary. is Miss Maria
Yeah, it is
O'Neill
wrapping up. They're
and
calling
Miss
everybody
Jennifer Wright.
that
Okay, Marie O'Neill.
that
Looking for
wasn't able, like,
Marie
whenever they called
O'Neill.
their name first time, wasn't there. They're like recalling them.
Yeah.
And then after that,
Ms.
it'll be
O'Neill,
over.
could you please raise your hand?
We've been on for
And I
Don't
like
guess
see you
what?
on your
let us know
list.
what the next steps are or whatever.
People who've signed in by name. Miss O'Neill, if you're on by phone, please use *5.
April O'Neill.
Marie O'Neill.
This is like last night's hearing, man. We're pushing like what, 6
Okay,
hours?
Jennifer
5
Wright.
hours?
Jennifer Wright. We are looking for Jennifer Wright.
It does say on here. Well, it's 5 hours now.
Yeah.
Ms. Wright, I don't see you on the list of people
Last night was like 7 though.
It was so long
that
last
I
night.
have who
It was like
signed in
6
by
or
name.
7.
But we helped save Irvine, California, though. I can tell you
Jennifer
that.
Wright.
Yeah. 20 people. I'm so happy about that, dude.
Okay,
That was
next
so
two, please.
cool.
The next two, Miss Betty Lou LaJoy and Mr. Liam Clancy.
Okay.
This is the
Betty
Connecticut
Lou LaJoy.
scheduling hearing.
Ms. Betty Lou LaJoy, if you could please raise your hand. Use the raise hand function. Betty Lou LaJoy, if you're on by phone, please push
Yeah, they
*5 to
threw
raise
this
your
in
hand.
the hemp bill in Connecticut. And so
Looking
it
for Betty
made
Lou
Freedom a
LaJoy.
Schedule 1. So this is like to let them know that people don't agree with it being a Schedule 1 drug.
Okay,
It's
Liam
insane.
Clancy. Looking for Mr. Clancy, Liam Clancy. Mr. Clancy, if you're on by phone, please use *5 to raise your hand. Mr. Liam Clancy.
You're welcome.
Okay. Next
Man,
two,
my
please.
throat's like dry.
Next speakers are Miss Karen Turcott and Mr. Mark Hensby.
Okay, Karen Turcott. Ms. Turcott, Reverend Turcott. Looking for Reverend Karen Turcott. Do not see Reverend Karen Turcott. Reverend Turcott, if you're on by phone, please use *5 to raise your hand. All right. Mark Hensby. Looking for Mark Hensby. Master Mark Hensby, could you please raise your hand?
Master?
Master Mark Hensby, if you're on by phone, please use *5 to raise your hand.
Master Mark.
Okay, one last for Major Mark Hensby.
Major or
Is it
master?
Major or Master?
Okay, the next two,
Major,
please.
Master Major.
The next two are
That's
Mr.
just a
Matt
code.
Worsing and Miss Genevieve Lunison.
Okay.
Genevieve.
Mr. Matt
I love
Worsing.
that name. And Guinevere.
Mr. Matt Worsing, could you please raise your hand? Looking for Matt Worsing. Matt Worsing, if you're on by phone, please use *5 to raise your hand. Okay, I do not see Matt Worsing. Genevieve Lunison. Genevieve Lunison. Genevieve Lunison. If you're on by phone, Miss Lunison, please use *5 to raise your hand. Okay, next two, please.
The next two are Miss Melinda Freeman and Miss Catherine Ditmore.
Okay, Melinda Freeman. Ms. Freeman, could you please raise your hand? We are looking for Melinda Freeman. Melinda Freeman, if you're on by phone, please use *5 to raise your hand. Melinda Freeman. Okay, Catherine Ditmore. Catherine Ditmore, can you please raise your hand? Looking for Ms. Catherine Ditmore. Ms. Ditmore, if you're on by phone, please use *5 to raise your hand.
I know, Jordan.
Okay, next two, please.
For the next two, Miss Julie Williams
Yeah,
and
it's
Mr.
like
Kurt
nobody.
Holroyd.
Okay, Mrs. Julie Williams. Mrs. Julie Williams, can you please raise your hand?
They need to leave. I saw a couple of these
Mrs.
people.
Julie Williams, we're looking
But I
for
guess not.
I know Megan says is kicking people
Mrs.
off.
Julie Williams. If you're on by phone, it's *5 to raise your hand.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's
Mrs.
that's
Julie
why.
Williams.
Yeah. Well, Misty, at least you got on there and said something
Yeah.
to him.
I wanted it to be on record.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we are looking for Kurt Holroyd. Mr. Kurt Holroyd.
I mean, it's not like
If
they
you're
have a
on,
massive
can you please
amount of
raise your
people.
hand? Mr. Kurt
It's only like
Holroyd.
60 people.
He is there. I just unmuted and enabled his mic, and his
Thank
time
you.
will start after his introduction.
Thank you very much, Mr. Holroyd. Can you please say your name and spell your name for the record, provide an organization if you're with one, and provide a contact email if you would like to receive the notice of decision.
They'll probably call his name the third time.
Mr. Holroyd, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Mr. Holroyd, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yeah, Alicia, I want that on record.
Yeah,
Mr.
hopefully
Holroyd?
Mac will be able to talk this time.
Because they called him like
Unmuting
twice
yourself
already.
is the function. You see the microphone at the top of your screen to the left of the leave button. Just click on that. You should unmute. If you're on your phone, it's just unmuting your phone. Mr. Holroyd.
Mr. Holroyd, if you want to leave and rejoin, if you are having technical issues.
I think it's technical on their end.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be something going on.
Did he leave?
I believe, yes, he did.
Okay, there we go. Got him. Another raised hand again. Hold on just a minute. We're trying, Mr. Holroyd.
At least they acknowledge people too when you raise your hand. They don't just like
be
dismiss you
rude.
for 10 minutes.
Okay. Mr. Holroyd, are you able to unmute yourself?
I feel bad for this day. I hate it when I have technical issues, man. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, we see your hand is raised, Mr. Holroyd. So we are unmuted and your camera is enabled on our end. We're going to have to unmute on your end.
Again,
No
if
meeting
you are
found.
on a laptop or computer on Teams, there should be a microphone on the top right next to the leave button that you can click on.
Are you clicking on the link? Or are you putting in? Have you tried putting in the?
Mr. Holroyd, are you able to
number
unmute
and the
yourself?
passcode?
Okay, unfortunately, you're welcome to log out and try to sign back in again, but we're going to move on to the next person.
Next person will be Dr. Michelle Ross or Jeremy J.
Dr. Michelle Ross, are you present? Dr. Michelle Ross, if you're present, can you please raise your hand? Dr. Michelle Ross.
Paging Big Brother.
I do not see Dr. Michelle Ross. If you're on by phone, please hit *5.
There's quite a few people on by phone.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't see Dr. Michelle Ross. Next, we're looking for Jeremy J. Jeremy J. No last name was given in the sign up. Looking for Jeremy J. If you could please raise your hand and
J.
identify yourself.
JJ.
Jeremy J. If you're on by phone, it's *5. Okay, next two, please.
Yeah.
The next two will be Miss Liana De Francesco and Mr. Michael Gliniak.
Okay, Liana
Like,
De Francesco. Looking for Ms. Liana De Francesco. Can you please raise your hand?
Being called on and not there, that they would say, oh, it's, I mean, I guess they can't really do much.
Is Liana De Francesco, please?
If they know there's technical issues.
Do not see Ms. De Francesco. If you're on by phone, it's the *5 function to raise your hand. Okay. Was the next one Michael Gliniak?
Yes.
Okay. They're looking for Michael Gliniak. Mr. Michael Gliniak. Michael Gliniak, can you please raise your hand? If you're on by phone, please use the *5 function. Mr. Michael Gliniak.
Michael! That's my son's
Okay,
name.
let's identify the next two,
Always,
please.
I do that when he's at home. Michael!
The next two are Miss Dessa Masterson and Mr. Zach Lampkin.
Right, Dessa Masterson. Excuse me, tongue-tied. Dessa Masterson, if you are on, please raise your hand. Ms. Masterson, please raise your hand. It's your turn. If you're on by phone, please use the *5 function.
It's okay, Bunny Baker.
Dessa Masterson. Next, we're looking for Mr. Zach Lampkin.
Well, welcome over
Zach
to the
Lampkin.
Facebook.
Zach Lampkin, can you please raise your hand? If you're on by phone, it's the *5 function. Zach Lampkin.
I just can't believe there's that many people that just didn't show. Like, it's got to be technical.
It has to be.
Because that's a lot of people that's not.
Okay, next two, please.
Up. Like, if you signed up
The
for
next
this,
two are Miss Shannon Weinbarger and Mr. Michael Kusick.
Shannon Weinbarger, please raise your hand.
I know Megan.
Shannon Weinbarger.
Dude, I'd be furious. I'd be like stressed out and furious.
Shannon Weinbarger, I don't see you on the list.
Stuff like that. I'm almost.
Ms. Weinbarger, if you're on by phone,
so
please use *5. Okay, Michael Kusick. Looking for Michael Kusick.
I've had that
Michael
happen to me
Kusick,
before.
please raise your hand.
Screen, so it may not be just you.
No, well, what
Michael
you do
Kusick, if you're on by phone, *5 to raise your hand.
Yeah, that's what I did. I'll move it up.
Looking for Michael Kusick.
John
Okay, next two,
Cusack.
please.
I'm joking.
The next two are Mr. Matt Silvis and Miss Rebecca Amos.
Okay, looking for Mr. Matt Silvis. Matt Silvis, please raise your hand. Matt Silvis, if you're on by phone, *5.
Cool. That was the coolest thing of last night. Well, and that they didn't
One more call for Matt Silvis.
Ordinance didn't go through.
All right, Rebecca Amos. Ms. Rebecca Amos, please raise your hand. Rebecca Amos, if on by phone, *5 to raise your hand. Ms. Rebecca Amos.
I can't stand it.
All right, next two, please.
Like when I'm trying so hard to make something
The next
work.
two are Dr. Anthony DeStasio, who is in the meeting, and Miss Genevieve Landry.
Okay,
Sometimes I
Dr.
just have to
Anthony
walk. I know
DeStasio,
when I'm getting to that point, and I'm just like, I'll walk
are
away.
you with us? Are you still with us? Could you raise your hand to let us know that you're not just signed on, that you're listening?
I did unmute and enable his camera, so if he
Right.
wants to unmute himself.
Mr. DeStasio, Dr. DeStasio, we have enabled you to speak and provide your testimony from our side. You need to unmute yourself
At least
from
it
your
looks like it's
side.
not going to last till 4.
Unmuting yourself could be done on the top of your screen to the left of the leave button. Click
It's
on the
already been like a
microphone.
full-time job for us the past 2 days.
Dr.
I know.
Can you hear me
DeStasio.
now?
I can hear you. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic.
Very good. Thank you for your patience. Can you please say and spell
Hey,
your
we
name
got
for the
somebody.
record and
Hopefully it's
provide any
somebody that's on our
organization you're with,
side.
as well as a contact email?
Yes, my name is Anthony DeStasio, 14 Pilots Point Drive, Westbrook, Connecticut. My email is
Dude, I
DeStasio.
totally get that, Kelly.
Anthony
It
at
takes me one thing
yahoo.com.
like that.
Thank
That's
you,
what I'm
sir.
saying. When I get to that point,
I thank you for the
I'll
time
stop myself
to listen to our
for the rest
testimony,
of the day. Just fine.
regarding this issue of kratom. First and foremost, my heart goes out to those who have lost loved ones. No one should ever have to bury a child, adult or
No.
otherwise. However, I can only speak to my use of kratom, which has been for approximately 5 years. I have a sleep disorder, and it's about the only substance, controlled or otherwise, that actually works for me. I've tried Ambien, Alessandra,
I
Doxepin,
think we have.
over-the-counter substances, all that carry greater risks than kratom,
I
and
think
none
it
of
was
them
one of
work
the
as well as
Massachusetts
kratom.
ones. Possibly.
Kratom, like many substances, when used responsibly, can help many people. People use it for pain management, relaxation, and some as a simple pick-me-up in the morning.
That's right.
But unlike some controlled substances, there are little or no residual effects from using kratom responsibly. As with most everything, the key word is responsibly. However, there are many more substances on the market that are far more harmful than kratom. However, we should be honest. This really is not a concern about public safety. If it were, we'd be talking about eliminating substances like tobacco products and alcohol products, because they cause far more harm and deaths than kratom ever will. But the pharmaceutical companies do not receive a benefit from those controlled substances, but they will if kratom is made a controlled substance. So I ask you to please do not take this very helpful substance away from people who use it responsibly and who need it for very responsible reasons. For me, it provides a quality of life that I would not have if it were controlled. Thank you.
I'm going to bring a picture of my
today,
kid.
Dr. Stasio. We appreciate your patience in bearing with us.
Heck yeah.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You
I'm
too,
bringing a
thank you.
big old picture of me and my
Hey,
kids
Mr.
and
Faxton,
say this is
who are the
what
next
I'm able
two?
to do. I'm able to take care of my
The
family
next two
every day.
speakers are Miss Genevieve Landry and Miss Kayla Berry.
Hey, Genevieve Landry. Looking for Genevieve Landry? Could you please raise your hand? Ms. Landry, if you're on by phone, it's a *5 function. Scrolling through the list of names of people on, I do not see Genevieve Landry. One more call for Genevieve Landry. Okay, Kayla Berry. Looking for Kayla Berry.
Kelly.
Mr. Marcotta, we see
Oh,
that you've
yeah.
raised your hand. I believe you're on our list to be called.
Dude,
Am I
y'all remember
accurate,
that guy that
Mr.
made his
Thaxton?
freaking daughter
Yes,
get up
he is
there and
coming up.
testify?
Yep,
The
we'll
little
get to you
kid?
very soon, sir.
Yeah.
Kayla Berry?
That's so messed up, dude. I'll never.
Kayla Berry,
That's
if you're
like
on
one
by
of the ones I'll
phone,
never
star
forget.
5 to raise your hand.
Like, man.
Okay, next 2, please.
And he was on the council.
Yep.
Next two are Mr. Brian Howard and Miss Keely Monroy.
Brian Howard, Mr. Howard.
Wow, Max should be coming up soon.
Mr. Brian Howard, could you please raise your hand?
I gotta go pee.
Go pee.
Brian Howard, if you're on the phone, star 5 to raise your hand.
That's crazy last night, too, how them people in Irvine did not get up to pee the whole time.
One more call from
Like,
Mr.
I'm
Brian
amazed
Howard.
by that. They got to be dehydrated by the time.
Okay, Keely Monroy. Keely Monroy.
Oh, man. Jordan, if you're still watching, like,
Keely
that's
Monroy,
what we
if you're
got
on,
talking about,
please
like,
raise your
none of them
hand.
got up to break and pee that we saw.
If you're on by phone, star 5 to raise your hand. Keely Monroy. Okay, next 2, please.
The next two are Miss Zoe Tess and Miss Kathy Wilson.
Okay, Zoe Tess, can you please raise your hand?
Oh,
Zoe Tess, looking for Zoe Tess.
all today.
If you're on by phone, Miss Tess, it's star 5 to raise your hand.
Oh,
Zoe Tess.
Yeah, you don't want to miss anything. Maybe that's what they were doing.
Okay,
I
Kathy
was like, maybe
Wilson.
they have a toilet built into their seats.
Kathy Wilson, can you please raise your hand?
That's like Dumb and Dumber. I don't know if y'all know what scene I'm talking about when he pees in that bottle
Kathy
or whatever.
Wilson, if you're
and
on,
pulls him over.
please raise your hand. If you're on by phone, it's star 5. Kathy Wilson.
I know,
All right,
right?
next 2, please.
That's what I'm saying.
Next two are Miss
That's what I'm
Zoe
saying.
Bennett and Miss Laureen Downham.
I have bladder issues
Zoe
anyway
Bennett.
because of my spinal
Zoe
cord
Bennett, we're waiting for your
injuries or whatever.
testimony.
But it's like, I still, as much
Can you
water
please
as I
raise your
drink, I go to
hand?
the
Ms.
bathroom
Bennett.
at
Zoe
least every
Bennett.
30 minutes or so.
Zoe Bennett, if you're on by phone, star 5
So,
to
like,
raise
I'm
your hand.
constantly got to know where my surroundings are and where the bathroom is
I
everywhere
don't
I
see
go.
Zoe Bennett. Laureen Downham. Laureen Downham.
So it's like one of the first things I think
Is
about
Laureen
anytime I'm
Downham?
like,
Can you please raise your hand?
something really long. I'm like, they haven't gone to the bathroom.
I know, like
It's like
Laureen
a
Downham. Looking for Laureen Downham. If you're on by phone, star 5 to raise your hand.
Under the table. I'm telling you, dude.
Laureen Downham. Okay, next 2.
Next two are Elsie O'Leary and Mr. Andrew Clock.
Okay.
They're like, tomorrow we're driving
Let's
to
see, or actually it
Knoxville,
could
and
be
I
Elise
will. I make sure to
O'Leary.
stop every single like rest area.
Yeah.
Elise O'Leary, can you
Just
please raise your
because
hand?
I know if I don't, I'm gonna have to get all the
Ms.
way out there.
O'Leary,
and
if you're
stay.
on the phone, star 5 to raise your hand. Elise O'Leary.
Misty, did you see Jordan's comment about peeing?
Okay, Andrew Clock.
Oh my God, Jordan.
Andrew Clock. Looking for Mr. Andrew Clock.
Yeah.
Please raise your hand, Mr. Clock. You're on by phone, star 5. One more call for Andrew Clock.
One more
All right, next
call
2,
for
please.
Andrew Clock.
Next two are Toby Garner
Toby
and
likes
Yale
ice.
Ozoski.
Okay, Toby Garner. Looking for Toby Garner. Toby Garner,
where
can you
you
please
at,
raise your
buddy?
hand?
You know
Toby
what? I'm
Garner,
really
if you're
up
on
for,
by
like,
phone,
bots.
star 5 to raise your hand.
If these are
Do what?
if these are phone number
Looking
bots.
for Toby Garner.
I don't know. That's a good question, though.
Because KDA does some shady shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yale Asofsky. Yale Asofsky. Mr. Asofsky, please raise your hand.
Probably like, yeah, let's waste their time.
Yale Asofsky.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Okay, next two, please.
Next two are Miss Erin Berthold and Wasim Mudassar.
Hey, Aaron Berthold. Aaron Berthold, there we go. One moment, please, Ms.
Oh, we got
Berthold.
one. I hope you're on our side, Erin.
She is. She's the colored hair scientist.
Oh, that's right. I guess it's because of how
All
she's
right,
saying
your
her
mic
last
and
name.
camera
In my
have been
head, I say
enabled.
it
You will have to
differently.
unmute yourself to speak, and your 3
That's
minutes
the,
will start after your
the hair
introduction.
girl, like blue or green.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah.
pretty.
Okay, Ms. Berthold, you're still showing as muted on your end. So we've unmuted you and we've enabled the camera. You can unmute yourself using the icon for the microphone to the left of the leave button at the top of your screen. Just click on that and you'll be able to unmute yourself.
If you're on a laptop, you can also hit Control-Shift-M.
Control-Shift-M. Control-Shift-M. Ms. Berthold.
Oh, man. See, I'm telling you, it's got to
Did
be
she
a bunch
leave?
of technical issues, dude.
I believe she might be rejoining.
Okay. Let's just give it a second.
Like, she's a scientist. Like, she can figure out technology. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be some shit going on.
In the meantime, Wasim Mudassar, raise your hand. Wasim Mudassar.
Muhammad.
Wasim Mudassar is on the phone. *5 to raise your hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasim Mudassar.
That's how I look at it too. It's like whenever, we testify, it's like for the people that either can't figure it out, don't know what's happening. Because like there's
I don't
no
think
way
Ms.
my
Berthold has
mom would be able to figure
re-entered,
this
has
phone
she?
out. It would be a lot. It would be
I have
overwhelming
not
for her.
seen her rejoin.
I don't know if she could do it without just getting into tears.
Let's go with the next two then. Thank you. Oops, hold on. Let's see.
There she is.
All right. Let's try again. Ms.
Okay,
Berthold. I
can you
can
hear
hear
me?
you. Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful. I logged in and out and it worked. Thank you.
Thank goodness. Okay,
All
can you
right.
please say your name, spell your name, provide your organization, and provide an email contact address if you would like the notice of decision to be sent to you.
Maybe they are
Yeah,
robots.
my name is Erin Berthold, ErinBerthold, and I'm with Planted in Science Consulting, and my email address is erincberthold@plantedinscience.com. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I got into kratom research in 2018. I was privileged to work and study at the University of Florida, where we received funding from the National Institute of Health to investigate the pharmacology and the potential therapeutic benefits of kratom and its alkaloids. So I spent 5 years looking at interactions of kratom and cannabis in preclinical models of pain and addiction to get my PhD. And since then, I've continued to conduct research and advocate for the safe and appropriate use of kratom. Unfortunately, over the past few years, I've been witness to the harsh reality of how slowly science moves compared to industry. As we've seen with other botanicals, most recently hemp, products begin to proliferate the market containing novel, untested compounds. This has happened to the kratom industry with the introduction of 7-hydroxymitragynine products, among others. The adverse consequence of these products being available is this rush then to ban all kratom, which has been available and used in the United States for decades. I really urge Connecticut to reconsider scheduling and review some of the available science on botanical kratom. Overwhelmingly, the data shows that kratom should be regulated but not controlled, as its potential public health impact and risk profile do not support that. Regulations that would identify serving sizes, prohibit adulterants and synthetic alkaloids, and define labeling requirements would be much more prudent than an outright ban. These regulations are necessary to protect both access and public health. We need to maintain access for the millions of Americans who benefit from kratom use, while at the same time protect the public health from the potential risks of novel compounds derived from kratom being available in the marketplace. Please reach out with any questions, and I thank you for your time.
Nice.
Thank you, Ms. Berthold.
Nice.
We appreciate your testimony today. Okay, who are next? Go ahead.
We're going on to the next. I wanted to just say that I saw that Mr. Kurt Holroyd was able to unmute himself.
Oh.
If we want to circle back to his testimony real
You know what?
quick.
Let's do that. He's been waiting so long.
He did
Mr.
try.
Holroyd?
He tried hard.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank
Hey!
goodness. Mr.
Nice.
Holroyd, if you could please identify yourself and spell your name for the record. Provide an organization if you're with one. Provide an email contact address if you would like the notice of decision to be sent to you.
Yes, my name is Kurt Holroyd, CurtHolroyd. My email is CHOLROYD16@comcast.net. And so I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you, because this herb kratom, it's a tremendous passion of mine. My background is I'm a recently retired 37 years as an APRN, a certified registered nurse anesthetist. So administering anesthesia and pain control is my area of expertise. On a personal level, I have a typical story. Degenerative back 15 years ago or so, surgery. Fortunately, a lot of pain in the evening, but I'm able to control with small amounts of narcotics, and I'm in a pain clinic. And years ago, I got in contact with Dr. White, who was on earlier today, and he's the head of the pharmacy department at UConn. And he was at the time saying that it was a dangerous herb, and he advised to ban it. So I started researching it, checked out at the time 100 deaths were related to kratom, but I went and researched it. Every one of them had illicit drugs in the system, like fentanyl, heroin, and cocaine. So I talked to Dr. White through email, and I asked him, why do you want to ban it? Show me that it's dangerous if it's used responsibly. And so we went back and forth, and later on he did send me an email that he changed his mind. And he wanted to keep it under the counter. In other words,
I like this dude.
Anyone can get it as an adult, but ask for it and they'll give it to you and answer any questions if you have them. But this herb has been actually, it's been a life-changing for me. I can keep my narcotics to a minimum. This herb does not have the respiratory depression profile that other narcotics do. It's only if you're taking it in massive large doses. If you're taking it by itself, it's only a death through that is if you're taking massive large doses. So yes, keep it away from the children, keep it available for adults. And a study in Florida, a medical examiner found 36 deaths in 2020 to 2021 where kratom was the only factor. But many of these, they all had the same story. They had many of the same things. They were taking a lot of illicit substances. They later on they found that they did have, and they had problems like heart disease. And it remains unclear in a lot of these cases the contribution of the dose of kratom. But in 2019, a Colorado investigation of 15 showed 15 kratom-related deaths from 1999 to 2017. Initially, it found 4 cases where kratom was the only substance detected. But on further scrutinization of this investigation, they showed that 14 of the 15 cases clearly involved multiple drugs in the system. So what I'm saying is a lot what other people said today. Let's keep this over the counter, used responsibly by adults. If someone wants to make a choice as an adult and take a massive dose of this, I can't control it. You can't control it with like Dr. DeStachio said too, you can't control what people are going to do. Don't take away the option. Leave it there. If you want to, like you said, you want to talk about safety, you'd be talking about cigarettes and alcohol, which kill thousands a year. Kratom is a safe herb. Please keep it. I want to
Mr.
please keep
Hoyroyd,
it
you have reached the end of
legal.
your time. Please wrap up.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Holroyd. We appreciate your patience today.
Nice.
I'll know
As
you, but I'm
was your
proud of you.
testimony. Okay, the next two, please.
The next two are
Yeah, I
Mr.
know.
Ullman or Mr. Ulmer Stade
It's
and
so
Mr.
true.
Anthony Margata Jr.
Okay, Mr. Ulmer
Like, it's a
Stade.
huge public safety
Mr. Ulmer
threat.
Stade,
You know,
if you
that's
could
what
please raise
it's
your
like.
hand.
Get out of here.
You're on the
Everybody
phone. You
was
raise your
fine
hand by
before
using
Kratom came
*5.
along.
Mr.
Get outta
Ulmer
here.
Stade. Not seeing him. Mr. Anthony Margata, I know you're here. Mr. Anthony Margata. There we go. Hold on one moment, Mr. Margata.
Mr. Margata, your camera and mic are activated. You will have to unmute to speak. Your 3 minutes will start after you introduce yourself.
I bet they be saying
Okay,
this stuff
Mr.
in their
Margata, I
sleep.
still see you as muted. So you can unmute your microphone. Your microphone's to the left of the leave button. And click on the microphone on the top of your PC, in the top of your computer screen. If that's not working, you can try Control-Shift-M.
Man, having meetings like this back to back is draining.
Yeah.
Seems that there could be a technical issue. If Mr. Margata, if you want to rejoin.
Yes, if you want to log off, sir, and log back on, we'll get you on as soon as we can. Thank you. Let's identify our next person so we just have them waiting while we're holding on Mr. Margata.
The next individual will be Bobby Malatesta. And I also wanted to note for you that Andrew Clock, who we called earlier, has joined the call as well.
Thank you very much. So let's take, after Mr. Margata gets back on, hopefully he gets back
Paging
on in a
Mr.
second, we'll take Mr.
Margata.
Clock. As Mr.
I feel like we
Margata
testified
rejoined us.
17 hours ago.
I know.
It seems like such a long
Not yet.
time.
I didn't eat dinner until like midnight last night.
Okay, let's get Mr. Clock
Yeah,
on
I
deck.
did as soon as we got off. I went and like ate real quick and went to CVS to get cat food.
Mr. Clock,
I was like, dude, I gotta eat.
we are ready
before
for
I
your
leave, or I'm
testimony.
be not in a good mood.
Yeah, Jen, I agree.
Mr. Clock,
Yeah.
I have unmuted and enabled your camera. You will have to unmute yourself with
It's
Control-Shift-M
just crazy because I mean, it's
or by clicking the
Microsoft
microphone
Teams. Like,
button
you
on the
wouldn't think
top
it would
right
be.
of your screen.
I mean, maybe they should switch to Zoom.
Mr. Clock, are you
Because
able
Right.
to
I
unmute
haven't
yourself?
any issues with Zoom.
Every time I've ever testified, it's hardly ever with Microsoft Teams.
Yeah, that's what
Hardly
I'm
ever.
saying. Like,
I think I've maybe done it one time before.
maybe there's like, maybe it has a bunch of issues and that's why people just don't like to use it. My husband, like, he uses Microsoft Teams at work.
All right, Mr. Clock, I'm going to suggest
But
the
that's like
same
the
thing
only
we did
time
for
I really
Mr.
hear about
Margata.
people using it.
You please sign off and sign back on. We'll get you on. Hopefully that fixes the microphone issue.
Yeah, there's one.
So
I'm
Mr.
saying,
Clock, we're
like,
recommending you sign off and sign back on.
these people that are running it have to be
Has
fed up
Mr.
with it if
Margata
it's like a
rejoined
thing that
us?
happens all the time.
He has not yet.
All right. Looking for Bobby Malatesta.
Bobby.
Bobby Malatesta. Bobby Malatesta, if you're on by phone, you raise your hand, please, by using the *5. Otherwise, I don't see you listed, Bobby Malatesta. Bobby Malatesta, last call. Okay. Mr. Clock is still here, as we are recommending that you sign off and sign back on. As we've enabled your camera and your microphone, you need to unmute it from your side, but if you're having technical problems, please log on, log back on, log off, log back on. Okay, let's move on to our next two, please.
I'll be on the lookout for them rejoining in the meantime. But the next is Mr. Brandon Lanier and Miss Kimberly Lohr.
Mr. Brandon Lanier. Brandon Lanier, please raise your hand for us. Brandon Lanier, if you're on by phone, it's *5 to raise your hand.
Come on, Brandon.
Mr. Brandon Lanier.
Yeah, I took some
All right,
kratom
Kimberly
on my
Lohr.
lunch break.
Ms. Kimberly Lohr. Kimberly Lohr, can you please raise your hand? Ms. Lohr, if you're on by phone, *5 to raise your hand. Kimberly Lohr. All right, next two.
Next two are Dr. Vedran Manokovich and Miss Danielle De Palma.
All right. Dr. Vedran Mihanovic. Sorry, we're both pronouncing your name differently and really giving an honest try. Dr. Vedran Mihanovic. Dr. Mihanovic, please raise your hand. If you're on by phone, please use the *5.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. It's brutal.
Danielle
Yeah,
De
we're live
Palma.
right now, Michael.
Danielle De Palma, please. If you could raise your hand.
We saved
Danielle
our
De Palma, please raise your hand. If
Craig.
you're on by phone, *5 to raise your hand.
Supervisor Greenwing Dog.
Danielle De Palma. Okay, next two, please.
Next two are Mr. Jake W. and Mr. Austin Seymour.
Hey, Jake W, please.
Dude, Max should be like
Person
right
identify initial,
anytime.
Jake W. Jake W, I do not see you on my list of names. If you're on by phone, please use *5 to identify yourself. Jake W. Next up, Austin Seymour.
We have a hand raised.
Yeah, okay. Give me 1 second. Can you let's unmute this person. Okay, Drea. I see Drea or Dre. Are you a person?
You hear me?
Are you one of the people I've just called?
Yes. Well, I'm not one of the people, but you just called me now.
No, okay, so we'll get to you when we're finished with all the people who are on the pre-registered list, okay? Okay,
All
thank
right.
you so much for your patience.
No problem.
Okay.
860.
Okay. Mr. Thaxton, I thought I heard another voice.
Yes, let me re-enable the mic. It was the 732 number.
Okay, 732. Going to be asking for you to identify yourself. Yeah, I see your hand is raised, 732.
Yeah, I do too, Jen. But I also realize people have,
You will have to unmute yourself to speak.
732, if you could please unmute yourself and identify yourself. Are you one of the people I've just called?
Anthony Margata.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Margata. Mr. Margata, could you please say your name and spell your name for the record, provide an organization if you're with one, as well as a contact email if you would like to have the notice of decision sent to you, sir?
Well, that's not necessary. Anthony Margotta, ANTHONY, Jr. I'll make this brief. We only got 3 minutes. So I'm in recovery myself, and in 2008, I lost a brother from an overdose. And I'm an active 63-year-old man that trains horses, and I'm active. And I've been using Kratom now to keep me off of all other narcotics, Suboxone, buprenorphine, methadone. And there's a freedom in that is beyond words, to be able to live a life without having to go to doctors and have the pharmaceuticals, that they're pushing to help. They do help people. So I'm not knocking the pharmaceutical companies. I know that I'm not going to get into that whole subject there. It's a story for another day. I'm here to tell you my experience, that Kratom and 7-OH have been a game changer for me and several others that I know in recovery. And banning it is very short-sighted. I think that me talking to a younger Anthony Margotta Jr., I would be looking elsewhere for that relief, and that's not going to be a good ending. So I'm here to support any Kratom and 7-OH. I do believe that they need to be, at some kind of I think it would be helpful to get them to not just push it over the counter, but to get a prescription, however they want to do that part. But to outright ban it is very short-sighted, and it's going to cause a lot of damage, in my personal opinion. Again, I'm only talking from my experience. I am in recovery. I was very cautious when I started using this. And if it's used responsibly, that it is something that we should embrace. This country's in a crisis.
Yeah, they're
This can
already
be an
done.
amazing tool
You can put your
for us
bag
moving
back up.
forward. So this, I hope that they do more research, because this could be something that could really help the people that are in recovery use responsible. That has been my experience. And thank you for letting me share that with you today.
Thank you for your patience in getting back in, Mr. Margotta. We appreciate your time and your testimony today. Okay, am I correct that the next person is Misty Brown?
No.
The next person on the list is
Already
Mr.
spoke.
Mark Flanagan, and
Sorry.
then Dennis Karachopin.
Thank you very much.
He's
Mr. Mark
popular
Flanagan.
today.
Mr. Mark
All you
Flanagan,
can
could you
tell.
please raise your hand? If you're on by phone, Mr. Flanagan, please use *5 to raise your hand.
Yeah, leave us alone.
Mark Flanagan. Mark Flanagan.
Mark Flanagan. Paging Mr. Herman. Oh, no.
Okay, Mark Flanagan, last call.
Oh, is that you or me?
Okay, next up is Dennis Karachopin.
Maybe it was somebody on
Dennis
here. I thought I
Karachopin.
pushed something.
Looking for Dennis Karachopin. I see a phone number. 631.
Your mic and camera are enabled. You'll have to unmute.
It's cool how
Thank
they
you,
have
Mr.
like the phone number
Karachopin.
start out so you can't see the whole number.
Yeah, but she's named
Mr.
the digits a
Karachopin,
couple times.
631. We've
Yeah.
enabled you. You have to unmute on your end. If you're on by phone, you need to unmute on your phone.
If you are on by phone, you can press *6 on the keypad to unmute.
Very good. Is Mr. Karachopin, Dennis Karachopin? You appear to be unmuted. So number 631, starting with 631. We're ready for your testimony.
If you are speaking, we cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Is this Mr. Karachopin?
Yes, okay, I'm so sorry about the technical difficulty. Thank you very much for your patience.
Thank you for your patience. Can you please say your name, spell your name? If you're with an organization, please provide your organization. And if you would like the notice of decision sent to you, please provide an email.
My name is Dennis Karachopin. It's DenisKarachopin. I'm just a naturalist and an herbalist and just a harm reduction advocate, somewhat of a community educator in the botanical community. I'm going to begin my testimony.
Go ahead.
I'm here to testify in support of keeping kratom legal in the state of Connecticut. There has been a misrepresentation of kratom in mainstream society and the media. These ideas are usually not scientifically accurate, often developed by fear and bias judgments. I advocate for education. Regarding kratom's safety profile, kratom has been proven to be remarkably safe for real-world use. I have made several observations within the botanical communities. The more we understand about kratom, the more it inspires us to learn. With a low potential for abuse, this plant has helped millions of people to live a healthy and productive lifestyle. There is a Mayo Clinic warning on the internet that comes up when you search kratom, unsafe and ineffective. This is not my experience with kratom, and this is not from what I've observed. The people that I know and love in the community, there've been so many different types of conditions that people have used kratom for, including myself. I would rather use words like gentle and forgiving than unsafe and ineffective. Historically, kratom has been used safely for centuries in regions of Southeast Asia. Its closest relative is the coffee tree. However, this tree is more complex and beneficial than caffeine. There are many substances that are used by society with no benefits that are widely acceptable. Alcohol, example, long-term brain damage on the brain and body. I know several people who have been able to stop drinking completely by supplementing with low doses of kratom. I applaud these people. I have been through addiction myself with IV heroin, which I can proudly say I am clean of all street drugs and synthetic pharmaceuticals. About synthetic drugs, it is important to mention that 7-OH, synthetic 7-OH is not a kratom product. It is a semi-synthesized, chemically altered substance. This does not represent our leaf. I like to reference Dr. Chris McCurdy. He's a leading scientist and chemist with several peer-reviewed papers where you can find accurate scientific information regarding kratom's safety profile. The less is more philosophy. We all advocate for less is more in the kratom community because it's the less that you take, the better it works. There's a ceiling effect.
30 seconds, Mr. Karachopin.
It's a natural defense mechanism built into its pharmacological profile, and it doesn't let you surpass to get better, more euphoric effects. So the ceiling effect is both in effects and in respiratory depression, so it has a very low profile for abuse. I'd just like to end with saying that I advocate for regulations over any type of schedule banning. We want to keep this product available for people because it helps millions of people every day. And thank you for this opportunity to speak. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Karachopin. We appreciate your testimony.
Nice.
Okay, who are the next two?
The next two are going to be Mr. Stephen Osika and Mr. Thomas Barker.
Okay, Stephen Osika. We're looking for Stephen Osika. Could you please raise your hand? Mr. Osika. Mr. Osika, if you're joining us by phone, *5 to raise your hand. Looking for Stephen Osika. All right, I see a phone number, 203. Hold on just a moment.
Right, 203, your mic is enabled. You will have to unmute using *6.
Okay, Mr. Osika, could you please say your name, spell your name for the record, identify your organization if you're with one, and please provide a contact email if you would like the notice of decision to be sent to you.
Okay, I'm assuming you're talking to me. Is that correct?
Are you Stephen Osika?
Oh, no, I'm Andrew Clark.
Oh, Mr. Clock, we will take your testimony now.
Finally.
Okay. I'll be pretty quick.
Can you spell your
everybody...
can you put your name on the record
yes.
first, since I called you by the wrong name? Thank you.
Yes. It's Andrew Clock, spelled Kloc.
Yep,
and I'm from the Vapor Edge. I own a vape shop, and my email is thevaporedge@gmail.com. I would like a copy of the transcript if possible. That's TheVaporedge @gmail.
Thank you very much. The email is for the notice of decision. Regarding the transcript, I will check into the process for getting that, but please proceed with your testimony.
Okay, so it sounded like many people touched on the pros and cons, mostly the pros of the actual product, but my point I'd like to make is more about how it's distributed. For example, we're a vape shop, which is quite different than a smoke shop or bodega, and I'm not looking to badmouth those places, but I will say that that's the directions kids are getting it from, and the gas stations, of course. My vape shop is 21 and over by choice, and we only allow people that are adults to come in. So my Kratom customers are over 40, most of them, and they use it for the similar reasons that other testimony has already said. So instead of repeating that, I'm more sticking to this. So one thing I would suggest is, why not have it like we do alcohol? Require that the location that it's being sold in must be 21 and over. I really think that would make a huge difference on the ability of the kids to get it. And the next thing I would say is that the hydroxy 7-OH is the problem. In my opinion, that's the problem. I was offered to sell it from my distro where I get my Kratom from. I choose not to put it on my shelves because I do feel like that has the potential to be abused. So I only carry the Kratom powder mainly. And that is what most people that use Kratom would like. So I think getting rid of the hydroxy is fine, but I just think getting rid of the powder is going to be hurting a lot of people who do use it responsibly.
I'm looking for an interior designer.
I think that's all I need to say.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Crock. We appreciate your testimony today.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. So
Right.
Who do we have next?
The next is, so I believe we offered Stephen Osika. The next would be Mr. Thomas Barker.
Thank you. Thomas Barker. Looking for Thomas Barker. Thomas Barker, if you could please raise your hand. If you're on by phone, please use *5 to identify yourself. Looking for Thomas Barker. Do not see Thomas Barker.
The next.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, never mind. I keep forgetting about the
Next
time
individual will
difference.
be.
They could possibly go on till
Sorry,
4
one
now.
moment. Mac Haddo.
Hey,
Come on, Mac.
Mac Haddo.
Come on, Mac
Hold on
Daddy.
one moment, sir.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Could you please say your name,
Thank you.
spell your name for the record? Give your organization if you're with one, and provide a contact email if you would like the notice of decision sent.
Thank you. My name is Mac, M-A-C, Haddo, H-A-D as in Delta, D as in Delta, O-W. I'm with the American Kratom Association, and my title is the Senior Fellow on Public Policy. My email is mhaddo@americankratom.org.
Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity. As a former state legislator myself, I understand the process that has now been handed off to you in order to evaluate the appropriateness of scheduling of both mitragynine and 7-hydroxymitragynine. And I think that the purpose of that process is for you to evaluate whether these substances meet the criteria that's established by Connecticut state law. And underpinning the Connecticut law and the specific criteria for the severity of the addiction and the hallucinogenic effects of the compounds that are subject to scheduling really requires a very good look at what the federal government is doing under the Federal Controlled Substances Act, upon which the Connecticut Controlled Substances regulations are based.
the FDA today is not pursuing any scheduling of natural kratom leaf products. And the reason that they're not is that they have conducted human safety trials on the natural kratom leaf products that are currently on the marketplace. The results of that study are definitive in that they took human subjects, started with 1 gram, which is the protocol for such a human safety study, and they escalated through multiple doses up to a point at which they induce a severe adverse event, therefore developing the threshold for how kratom should be evaluated. They started at 1 gram, they went to 5 to 6 grams, which the FDA scientists believed would be the onset of seizures and other serious adverse events. They blew right through that with none. They got to 12 grams in a 5-minute period ingested by humans, and they observed that there was a non-serious adverse event in terms of nausea. The cohort with placebo consuming plant material, not kratom, in that same 5-minute period experienced similar nausea. The FDA called off the study. Their conclusion is that kratom appears to be well tolerated at all dose levels. The point of that is that the Connecticut law requires that there be a threshold upon which a determination is made by your department to determine whether kratom is appropriate for scheduling as a Schedule 1 substance. It is not. Now, the other substance, 7-hydroxymitragynine,
I get
you
a
can look
stomach
to what
ache.
the most recent action of the FDA and HHS in an unprecedented press conference held on July 29th of 2025, where the HHS Secretary, Robert
30
Kennedy,
seconds,
and
Mr. Haddon.
the FDA, thank you, the FDA Commissioner, Marty McCary, announced that they were pursuing scheduling of 7-OH because it is not a part of the natural kratom plant. It is appropriate because it is a chemically formulated pure opioid. That is where the department should recommend to the governor and to the legislature that that's the scheduling that should take place. Natural kratom leaf products are safe. The FDA recognizes it, and that's what Connecticut should do as well. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to you.
Thank you for your testimony today, Mr. Haddo.
The Mac attack.
All right, the next 2 speakers are Nola Mayorino and Brandon Jezerkowski.
Okay, Nola Mayorino. Nola Mayorino, if you're here, could you please raise your hand? Ms. Mayorino, if you're on by phone, *5 to raise your hand. Looking for Nola Mayorino. Last call for Nola Mayorino. All right. Brandon Jezerkowski. Looking for Brandon Jezerkowski.
Wow, that's a last name.
I know. I'm just over
Mr.
here deleting.
Jezerkowski, if you could please raise your hand. If you're on by phone, *5.
Making room on
Brandon
my damn phone.
Jezerkowski. Okay, next 2, please.
Next 2 are Miss Catherine Elliman and Mr. Walker Gallman.
Catherine Elliman. Catherine Elliman, please raise your hand. Ms. Elliman, if you're on by phone, *5 to raise your hand. Catherine Elliman. Let's call Catherine Elliman. Okay. Walker Gallman. Looking for Walker Gallman. Walker Gallman, can you please raise your hand? Walker Gallman, if you're on by phone, please use *5 to raise your hand. Walker Gallman. Okay, next 2, please.
2 are Mr. John McDermott and Miss Lisa Panico.
Okay, John McDermott. John McDermott, are you with us? Mr. McDermott, if you could please raise your hand.
Give us a
If you're on
sign.
by phone, *5, Mr. McDermott.
What'd you say?
Looking for John
Well,
McDermott.
give us a sign if you're here.
Okay, next up, Lisa Panico. Lisa Panico. Ms. Panico?
Guys,
I'm
we do
looking
a
for
lot
you on the list. I do not see you, Lisa Panico. If you are on by phone, please use *5 to raise your hand.
Okay,
But we're live streaming this to show y'all what we
Let's
actually.
call Lisa Panico. Okay, next two, please.
Next two speakers are Mr. Dan Gibbs and Miss Lisa Frankenfeld.
Okay, Dan Gibbs. Dan Gibbs, can you please raise your hand?
Oh, gotta be kidding me.
Mr. Dan Gibbs, if you are on by phone, use *5 to raise your hand. Looking for Dan Gibbs.
Oh, Danny boy.
Okay, Lisa Frankenfeld. Lisa Frankenfeld, are you
Oh,
here?
God.
Ms. Frankenfeld, if you're on by phone, please use *5 to raise your hand. Lisa Frankenfeld.
The master reporter.
Okay, next two, please.
Next two are Reverend Ernestine Holloway and Jessica Gabbett.
Okay, looking for Reverend Ernestine Holloway. Reverend Holloway, if you're here, please raise your hand. Reverend Holloway, if you're here by phone, please use *5 to identify yourself. Reverend Ernestine Holloway. Okay,
Sounds
Jessica
like an
Gabbett.
author.
Looking for Jessica Gabbett. Jessica, please raise your hand if you're on the phone. *5 to identify yourself. Let's call Jessica Gabbett. Okay, next two.
Next two in line are Mr. Mohammed Rahman and Miss Laura Riley.
Okay,
Sorry,
Mohammed Rahman, Mr. Rahman.
I was trying to go
Looking
ahead
for
and
Mr.
edit this
Mohammed
video.
Rahman. Mr. Rahman, if you're on by phone, *5 to identify yourself. Looking for Mohammed Rahman, who I do not see listed by name on our list. Mohammed Rahman. Ms. Laura Riley. Ms. Laura Riley, are you present? Laura
Man, they spent
Riley.
so much time on nitrous last night.
So much
Laura
time.
Riley, if you're on by phone, *5. Okay, next two.
Next two are Mr. Adam Hull and Miss Christina Moore.
Okay, looking for Adam Hull. Adam Hull, please raise your hand. Mr. Hull, if you're on by phone, please push *5.
Carol's asleep.
Adam Hull.
Sorry.
All right, Christina Moore. Christina Moore, we're looking for you to take your testimony, please. Christina Moore, are you here? Please raise your hand if you're on by phone, *5, Christina Moore. Okay, next two.
Next two, Brandy Gump and Miss Susan Wilk.
Hey, Brandy Gump. Looking for Brandy Gump.
Oh, I know, Jid.
Brandy Gump, if you're on by phone, please *5 to identify yourself.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, they tried to call Adam.
Looking for Brandy Gump. Susan Wilk. Miss Susan Wilk, are you here? Miss Susan
Yeah,
Wilk, if
it's
you're
still
on by phone,
going.
*5 to identify yourself. Nope, I don't see Susan Wilk. Next two, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Next
a
two are
lot of
Dylan
people.
Waite and Siraj Luthra.
That's why I'd be
Okay.
wondering if they're just bought.
Dylan Waite. Looking for Mr. Dylan
Like, I'm
Waite.
sitting here going through like the recording from last night, and I'm just like,
Dylan
dude.
Waite,
I
can you
mean, I
please
remember
raise
it
your
being a
hand
long
if you're
time,
here?
but
If you're
damn.
on by phone, *5. Dylan Waite. All right,
Even that council
Siraj
member last
Luthra.
night was like, we've
Looking for
literally spent
Siraj
an hour
Luthra.
and 15 minutes on this
Siraj
one
Luthra, if
thing.
you're on
I
by
think they
phone,
still look
*5 to
green.
identify yourself. Looking for Siraj Luthra. Okay, next two, please.
Next is Heather, and the second is Gabriel Dooley.
Okay, we're looking
Man,
for
my
Heather,
neck.
who has identified themselves only as Heather. Heather, if you're on by phone, *5 to identify yourself. Looking for Heather.
Dylan Smith already testified.
Hey,
Jordan.
Gabriel Dooley. Looking for Gabriel
Yeah.
Dooley. Don't see Gabriel Dooley listed among our names. Mr. Dooley, if you're on by phone, *5. Next two, please.
Next two on the list are Dawn Goodridge and Tad Coburn.
Okay, looking for Dawn Goodridge.
Yeah,
Dawn
Jen.
Goodridge, can you please raise your hand? Ms. Goodridge, if you're on by phone, *5.
Something good better come out of this damn meeting. I swear to you.
Hey, Tad Coburn. Looking for Tad Coburn. Mr. Coburn, on by phone, please push *5 to identify yourself.
Yeah, it's been
Tad
a long
Coburn.
days.
Next
Wait,
two,
Dylan,
please.
wait.
Next two are Mr. Anthony Malias and Mr. Joshua Costas.
Okay, looking for Anthony Malias. Anthony Malias. Please raise your hand.
Wait, Dylan, wait.
Anthony Malias, if you're on by phone, *5 to raise your hand. Anthony Malias.
Oh.
Hey, Joshua Costas.
No,
Mr.
Jenny was
Costas.
just trying to crack a bad dad joke.
Mr. Costas, if you're on by phone, *5 to identify yourself. Joshua Costas.
I think we're all just like I know I
All
am.
right,
I'm
next two,
just like
please.
brain dead from
We
the
are
like
sleep
today.
deprived. It's
Next
like
speaker
it feels like
is Miss Amanda Rayner.
Amanda Rayner.
live streaming for 12 hours.
Looking for Amanda Rayner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they are having
Amanda
a long
Rayner.
hearing on it. They're not
Okay,
just-
hold on. 603. We're going to unmute you, Ms. Rayner.
honestly, that's why we're in the
Give us a
situation now,
moment.
is because they just threw it in the hemp bill, though.
All right, Ms. Rayner, is that you, the 603?
Yeah, I bet.
Ms. Rayner, I believe you've just
And you
muted
was
yourself.
up,
You were
I mean, you know,
unmuted.
you're over in the East Coast, so you're an hour ahead of me.
Okay, can you speak, Ms. Rayner?
Hi, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Is this Ms. Rayner? Amanda
I gotta
Rayner?
go pee.
This
Very,
is.
thank you. Can you please say your name and spell your name for the record? Provide your organization if you're with one, and an email address, please, if you would like to receive the notice of decision.
Well, sure, my name is Amanda Rayner, AmandaRainer. I live in Bedford, New Hampshire. My email address I actually provided when I sent my testimony in, but I will give it again. It's MISSMANNERS6678
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
I am basically calling in to give my testimony. I was put on pain medication by the age of 9 for migraines. I had gone through a slew of different pain medicines over the years from 9 to 15. By the time I was 15, I was already living with 3 out of 20 of the most painful conditions to live with. I am 47 now, and I live with 10 out of 20 of the most painful conditions to live with, trigeminal neuralgia being one of those. I lost my mom 12 years ago to the hands of the pain clinic and the big pharma pills, and it scared me. I had been on pain medication for 30 years, controlled by a doctor, and I was bedridden, 100 pounds heavier. And since I found Kratom 8.5 years ago, I've been able to come off over 50,000 pharmaceutical pills that I've not had to consume. I've also been using 7-OH because I do have Crohn's disease, and I have sometimes days that the pain is just too much with the trigeminal neuralgia, and I tried the 7-OH. I did not agree with it at first, but then I started doing studies on it. I did research, and I found out that it's safe in small consumptions, and you hold yourself accountable. I find if you ban anything, it's very detrimental even for learning more about a product. I think Kratom is a fantastic product. I do not believe that any of it should be in a smoke shop or a gas station. You should be able to go into a spot that's 21 plus to purchase it, or you go through a reputable vendor who does lab testing and they're compliant with all their packing and labeling and everything. I don't think that banning it would benefit anyone because hundreds of thousands of people not only rely on Kratom, but also rely on 708. If they're sober, if they're living a better life and they're not causing any harm to anybody, who are we to say what we can consume and tell them that, no, you can't get it. I can't get the pain medication that I need anyways to solve any of the pain that I deal with. With Kratom and 708, I'm 100 pounds lighter. I'm able to get out of bed daily versus being bedbound every day. I'm able to go do simple things like go actually playing with a little 1-year-old, I'm sure you've heard her in the background, or go to a concert with my son. Before that, I was having people have to help me to shower, take me to doctor's appointments, and I don't have that anymore. I have a life back. So I'm going to ask you guys to please keep this legal, not only for myself, but for the hundreds of thousands of people that do consume both Kratom and 708. Regulation is key. Banning it would just hurt people, and there'd be a lot of lives that we would lose. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Ms. Rayner. We appreciate your testimony.
Thank you.
And the next two up.
Next two are James and Miss Megan Zamorano.
Okay, we have a person who has registered only under the name of James. James, if you're with us, can you please raise your hand? James, if you're on by phone, it's *5. Looking for James. All right, Megan Zamorano. Looking for Megan Zamorano. Ms. Zamorano, if you're available by phone, if you're on by phone, please use
I just realized I
*5
was on
to
mute.
identify yourself. Looking for Megan Zamorano.
Exactly, Kelly.
Okay, next two, please.
Yeah.
Next two are Jared Beam and Royce Maxwell.
Jared Beam. Looking for Jared Beam.
Yeah.
Jared
I
Beam,
don't
can
like
you please
being
raise your
long short,
hand?
but
Mr.
it's not
Beam,
the
if you're
same.
on by phone, *5 to raise your hand.
Period. I'm just trying to catch up on the comments.
Looking for Royce Maxwell. Royce Maxwell, if you're with us, please raise your hand. Royce Maxwell, if you're on by phone, *5. Royce Maxwell.
Oh man, my
Okay,
neck is
next two,
killing me.
please.
All right, there are 3 left in our repetitive list or the recall list, and then
Yes.
I believe we got 2 or 3 new ones.
Okay.
But the next one is Mr. Joseph Harrington and Mr. Mark Porterfield.
Okay, Joseph Harrington. Joseph Harrington, are you
I
with
need
us?
like one of those
Oh, there we have
neck
Joseph.
pillows.
I thought that's what you had.
One moment, sir.
No, it's like a mushroom pillow. It's kind of like one.
Mr. Harrington, I've unmuted you and I've enabled your camera. Your time will start after your introduction and you will have to unmute yourself.
Okay, Mr. Harrington, you are muted on your end. So you can use the Control-Shift-M on your computer
So close,
or
dude.
on the microphone icon. Oh, you are unmuted. So, Mr. Harrington, can you please say your name and spell your name for the record? Provide an email address if you would like the notice of decision sent to you. And
Oh,
if you're with an
yeah.
organization, please identify that as well.
But I mean, at least some of these
Mr. Harrington, we
708ers
don't
came
hear
out
you,
to advocate
although we're
for
showing that
themselves
you're
today.
unmuted.
I'll give them that.
I still stand with Jordan.
I stand with Jordan.
I want to
Mr.
be
Harrington, we are not hearing you.
separated. I am part of the divide, and I'm not ashamed.
Nope, because it's not the same.
So, Mr. Harrington, I know you've been. Oh,
leaf.
You've
I believe
signed
he
off.
is rejoining.
This
I hope
ain't the
so. Okay.
Kumbaya
Let's call our
movies.
next
Everybody-
while we're waiting for Mr. Harrington. Unless that's him right now.
I do not believe it is.
Okay.
We should all just go check into like a spa somewhere and
There
just
he is.
sleep.
I need a vacation.
Everybody that's attended the meetings the past few days.
Mr.
Are you able to
Harrington.
hear me now?
I can hear you now, Mr. Harrington. Can you
it
please
might
say
as
your name
well
and spell
have,
your
like,
name for
after
the
last
record?
night.
Provide an organization if
Good
you're with
God.
one, and then contact email if you would
I
like the
think
notice
that's
of
what's
decision to be
getting us
sent
so
to you.
bad. It's like after last night.
It's Joseph Harrington,
That's one of the longest ones we've had to go through in a while.
JOSEPHARRINGTON. My email is joeyharrington82@gmail.com.
I still can't believe that. Well, I guess
and
it's
then what
still
else
it's a
did you need?
2-hour difference, but that
Only
was
if
like
you're
what,
here with an organization. Otherwise, please
I have
11
not.
p.m. their time?
go ahead then.
It was like 1 almost
I'd like
here.
to advocate for the
12:38.
continued safe and regulated access
Yeah,
to
it's
pure
almost
leaf
11
kratom.
p.m. their time.
For over a decade, I was confined to a bed,
That's insane.
battling something called chronic fatigue syndrome, which is a terrible name for it. But the new name, I cannot pronounce it. So I just call it chronic fatigue syndrome.
Man,
Essentially,
I feel this.
there's no known cure. I tried like a dozen or more pharmaceuticals. Nothing worked, just made the fatigue worse. I know the concerns about kratom, but I think it's important to distinguish between pure leaf kratom and the dangerously concentrated products. A
Yeah.
2020 survey found that conducted by the FDA shows that 98% of users did not meet the criteria for a substance use disorder. I don't think prohibition is the answer. Countries like Portugal, the Czech Republic, and the Netherlands have shown that decriminalization and harm reduction lead to better public health outcomes, and banning pure leaf kratom would eliminate quality control and drive the market underground. I implore you to choose the path of regulation, science, and compassion. And in doing so, you can protect the millions of Americans who rely on pure
I
leaf
hope
kratom for
so.
their
I
well-being.
hope that something good comes out of it.
Without it, I'd be
I feel like if it doesn't, like
confined
it's
to a
just a
bed.
slap in the face
Today
to
I'm
every
working
single
full-time,
kratom user,
able to
not only
complete my
that
degree
testified, but all in the state of Connecticut.
and actually live a life. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harrington. We appreciate your testimony today. Next up, am I right that we're looking for Mark Porterfield?
Yes, and following up from Mark will be Mr. Joseph Gagney.
Okay. Mark Porterfield, if you could please raise your
Gagney.
hand. Mr. Porterfield, if you
please,
are on by phone, *5 to identify
Gagney with a
yourself.
spoon.
Mr. Mark
I'm
Porterfield.
sick of that. Stack me with a spoon.
Mark Porterfield.
I did not, Jen.
Okay, Joseph Gagney. Mr. Joseph Gagney, can you please raise your
No.
hand? Mr. Gagney, if you're on by phone,
I would
*5 to identify yourself,
say- I would
please.
say pro outweighs. Definitely, though.
Joseph Gagney. Okay, next two.
So that finished up the recalls. Moving back to the list, the next speaker will be Miss Elizabeth Wheel.
Elizabeth Wheel. Looking for Elizabeth Wheel. Can you please raise your hand? Ms. Wheel, if you're on by phone, *5.
I think there were more pro
Yeah,
people.
there's definitely more pro people for
Elizabeth
sure.
Wheel.
Whether or not there's the anti
Okay, next
pro
one,
kratom
please.
and then the pro 708ers. And
Next is Miss Tracy Souza.
Okay, Tracy Sousa. Ms. Sousa,
I mean, there
can you
were
please
quite a
raise
few
your
anti
hand?
people
in the beginning,
but
yeah.
for the most part,
Ms.
it's been,
Sousa, if
you
you're
know,
on by
pro.
phone, *5 to identify yourself. Tracy Sousa. Okay, do we have anyone else on our list?
Yes, I always like.
And the last
I feel
one,
the same way whenever there's
Miss
more of
Lisa
us.
Frankenfeld, who we did
Lisa-
call previously.
Lisa Frankenfeld, are you present? Ms. Lisa Frankenfeld. Ms. Frankenfeld, if you're on by phone, *5 to identify yourself. Okay. So at this point, we have finished our list of pre-registered participants who would like to provide testimony today. And so I would now invite everyone who has not provided any testimony who is still here to please raise your hand, and we will call you in the order of your hand raised and get you on to provide your testimony. So please take this moment right now to use the raised hand function, which is at the top of your screen if you're on by computer.
I know you are really pro Kratom.
Freaking Jordan.
Star 5 if you're on by phone. Okay, could we please
That was really funny.
unmute?
That's cool that they're allowing people that didn't register to still come in.
Yes, Dre, your mic is on, and your time will start after you introduce yourself.
Thank you. Could you please say your name and spell? I can. Can you please say your name and spell your name for the record? If you're with an organization, please give that. And if you would like a copy of the notice of decision, please provide an email address.
Okay. My name is Drea Discussions. That's what I go by. I'm not with an organization, and I'd rather not give my email out. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to share with you all that Kratom has saved my life and the lives of loved ones and friends. I live with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, chronic regional pain syndrome, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and severe major depression and panic disorder. I've been taking Kratom for over a decade now, and I've experienced no negative effects. I see my physicians regularly, and they are quite pleased that I have found great relief. Also, I am able to be a functional mother of 2 beautiful children thanks to being introduced to Kratom. My brother had taught me about Kratom after it helped him to successfully stop using heroin. He also saved our sister from polysubstance abuse. Both luckily survived fentanyl overdoses in 2016 when they decided to use Kratom to stay and remain sober. After they came to learn about and make use of the Kratom leaf, they have been able to become productive members of society while living sober lives, which was something I never thought I'd be seeing. I'm certain I would not have the years I've had with both of them without Kratom. I ask you to please not ban Kratom. The fentanyl crisis will become worse than it is without this miraculous plant. I know hundreds of people, if not thousands, that have been saved with this leaf, as I am a proud member of the Kratom community.
I know.
It is important for me to stress to you that there are millions and millions of Americans who rely on Kratom, notably the chronic pain community and those who have been caught up in the grips of addiction. It is crucial to keep this plant available, and I thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your testimony today, Drea.
Clocked it.
All right. And can I ask, is there anyone else who is on
Oh, she got in
in
right
this
in
hearing
time.
who would like to provide
Good job.
testimony? Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand if you'd like to provide testimony. If you're on by phone, star 5. Please raise your hand if you would like to provide testimony. Star 5. I'm going to say this a couple more times. If nobody
Well, at least
identifies
they do
themselves,
give
we'll wrap up.
I mean, it does look the technical issues are ridiculous.
Okay, very good. We have Sammy Harulia. One moment, please. And then Peter E.
Yes, Mr. Hyrule spoke earlier, but I can unmute.
Yes, I will unmute. Mr. Hyrule, we're only allowing people to provide testimony one time. So thank you for your raising your hand. But if you'd like to submit additional testimony, you can provide it in writing to the e-regulations. Thank you. Okay, how about Peter E?
Who was that? Did he already have his time or
Hello,
something?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Peter E, could you please say your name and spell your name for the record? If you're with an organization, please provide that information. And if you would like a copy of the notice of decision to be sent to you, please provide an email.
Sure. My name is Peter Epro. It's Peterepro. My email is peterepro@gmail.com with that same spelling. And yes, I would like a thing sent to me, please. And I'm not with an organization, just Cloud9 Shop, which is my grandmother's store.
Okay, please go ahead.
I just want to call attention to the fact, I've heard a few mentions of like the scheduling it, and the lowest schedule would allow for doctors to handle the prescription process and whatnot. I just don't think that's entirely accurate, considering that kratom's not an FDA approved medicine, and so under the Connecticut Controlled Substances Act, it would have to be an FDA-approved prescription through DEA-registered pharmacies, and there is no FDA-approved kratom medicine, which would mean there's no way for a doctor to prescribe it and no way for a consumer to buy it. So even at the lowest schedule, kratom would simply disappear from legal access. The research on metragenine, kratom's main compound, shows risks mainly at very high doses or when it's mixed with other substances. In human studies, moderate doses were well tolerated, and almost every severe case involved adulterated or contaminated products, not clean tested leaf. That's a quality control problem, and quality control is solved through testing and regulation, not criminalization. Right now, a small amount of responsible, traceable brands test every batch and publish lab results. If kratom is scheduled, those will be the first to disappear, leaving only untraceable black market sources willing to break the law. That's how you guarantee more harm, not less. I know someone who was addicted to fentanyl. He says plainly that kratom saved his life. Without it, he believes he'd be dead. A 100% substance-free life is ideal for some, but for others, harm reduction is what keeps them alive. For him, kratom wasn't a high, it was a lifeline. There are countless stories like this that never make headlines. Meanwhile, Connecticut lost nearly 1,000 people to opioid overdoses in 2023, according to the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, with roughly 4 out of 5 deaths involving fentanyl. Nationally, the CDC reports more than 100,000 overdose deaths per year and around 178,000 alcohol-related deaths. Those numbers dwarf the handful of kratom-related fatalities, most of which involved other drugs or adulterated products. Substances don't kill people by existing. How they're used and how they're regulated does. If kratom is banned, adults who use it responsibly will be left only with methadone, Suboxone, or prescription opioids, all dependence forming and linked to overdose deaths in this very state. Others will turn unregulated online sources or back to harder drugs just to cope. That isn't progress. It's repeating the same mistakes that fuel the opioid crisis. If safety is the goal, then the answer is consumer protection, requiring testing, enforced labeling, set age limits, and licensed vendors so
30
accountability.
seconds, Mr. Epro.
Banning kratom erases the only safeguards that exist and hands the market to people who don't care about safety at all. Please delay enforcement and allow time to create a regulatory framework that truly protects people, because regulation saves lives, prohibition ends oversight. Thank you.
Mic
Thank you for your
drop.
testimony today, Mr. Epero.
I don't know you, but I'm proud of you.
Okay. Reminding folks that we're now taking testimony for anyone who hasn't had the opportunity to testify. Please use the raised hand function at the top of your screen if you're on a computer. If you're on by phone, please push *5.
Oh, what a day.
All right, we have a 914 number.
I have enabled your mic. You'll have to push *6 to unmute by phone.
Okay,
I'd have to rewatch this
914
again to get his
*6 to
name.
unmute yourself. Very good. Could you please say your name and spell your name for the record? If you're with an organization, please provide that information. And if you would like a copy of the notice of decision, please provide an email address.
My name is Keith Pascucci, KeithPascucci. I live right over the border of Greenwich in Scarsdale, New York. Used to own a restaurant up in Greenwich. Been a proud kratom consumer since 2011, when I stopped taking over-the-counter medications that were literally eviscerating my organs. I switched over to kratom. I was able to exercise again because the pain in my back was so bad. It was lowered from a 10 to like a 2 or a 3. I've been using it safely for 14 years. I'm a New York City school teacher, and I just wanted to say that bans don't work. Prohibition is not going to work. I've been a staunch advocate of kratom since 2011, and I thank you for your time, and I thank you for listening.
Thank you for your testimony today, Mr. Bastucci.
Thank you.
Woo! That was Keith.
Okay. Is there anyone else who is
What? I
interested in
missed it
testifying
'cause I
who
was
has
doing
not
something
provided
else. I was trying to
testimony
tell you.
already today? If so, please use the raise
Keith!
hand function.
Marcel,
If you're on by
hop
phone,
up
please
on
push
there.
star 5 to raise your hand on by phone, or use the raised hand function at the top of your screen.
Miss Keith.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Looking for anyone else who's interested in providing
I already
testimony
know
today.
he did amazing though.
Anyone else who's on the line by phone, please push star
Every
5 to
time
identify
I'm not paying
yourself.
attention to anything,
If you
it's
would
when
like to
something
provide
horrible
testimony.
happens. Every time.
I was yelling at you.
All right, we have a
No,
972 number.
I haven't.
Dude, I was locked in.
I have enabled your mic. You'll have to push star 6 to unmute yourself by phone, and your time will start after you introduce yourself.
Okay, person who's on by 972.
Maybe
Please
she
unmute
will. Maybe
yourself.
she's
Could you
still
please
waiting.
say your name, spell your name for the record, provide your organization if you're with one,
But I
and
haven't
if you
heard.
would like a notice of decision sent to you, please provide an email address.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, never mind. I was like, well, maybe that's her. You're welcome. Keith,
Okay,
you're awesome, brother. Thank you.
Yes, my name is John
Thank
Franklin.
you.
And I don't think I need any of the rest of the options that you stated there.
Is that
Okay, could you just spell your name for the record?
Oh, yes, sorry. It's
Thank you.
JOHN
John?
FRANKLIN.
Oh, I thought that was Justin Franklin. I
Thank
just
you. Go
heard
ahead.
Jay Franklin.
You did amazing, Keith.
Oh, yes. So I just wanted to give a
Even though I was
comment
in freaking La La
on
Land.
7.0 and also Kratom and how it's a very
My son sent me a
it's
stupid
a miracle
video when I was
compound
watching this.
and what Kratom and 7.0 can do.
Oh,
And Kratom itself is related to the coffee plant, as it's in the same kind of family as the coffee plant. And so I just wanted to let everyone know that there have been studies that have been done to show that Kratom itself and 7.0 can help people who are on illicit substances to get off of these illicit substances
I
such
can't
as
stand when they interchange that shit.
fentanyl and heroin.
I know.
And it also they both have been shown to help people
I think
who
some of
cannot
these people
afford
truly
healthcare
believe that
to manage their chronic pain.
they either
and
really
so
believe it's the same
scheduling these things can put a lot of people in dire situations. And so that's pretty much all I wanted to say, is just to
or they're just
reconsider those who may be affected by scheduling of these substances. But
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your testimony. We appreciate it. Okay, is there anyone else on the line who is interested in testifying today who has not already provided testimony? If you're on by phone, please push star 5 to identify yourself. Otherwise, please use the raised hand function. It's now 3:32, and this hearing is scheduled to wrap up at 4. We will remain live until 4 o'clock in case anybody should call in or sign on during the next half hour.
We've been on
to
this
provide
whole
testimony.
Oh, Lord. 6 hours and 42 minutes.
Same as last night, pretty
Again,
much.
anyone who is interested in testifying, please use the raised hand function or push star 5. Otherwise, we're just going to stay live until 4 to allow anyone who should come in the opportunity to provide their testimony.
Oh, I said vigilant, dude. Oh, I said vigilant.
I stand for ordained.
Hold on.
Because
This right here. You got that right,
it
brother.
is not my fight.
Never will be.
You will not piggyback off of my advocacy
I am
coattails.
going to
Fuck off.
mute myself, but we will keep a lookout for anyone with a raised hand or anyone who enters who would like to
6
provide testimony by
later.
4 o'clock.
Oh, hang on.
Thank you all for your time
Jordan,
and your
I'll get it.
participation today.
I have it here. You know what? Let me just pull it up again. Oh my God, my phone is dead. My other phone. Misty, do you have it? Oh, wait. Okay, hold on.
Did you find it? Okay.
Yeah. I'll put it in the chat. Or, yeah, put it in the chat.
I just saw Marcel posted up on X. Marcel, if you still here, get up on that phone, girl.
This is the phone number, and then the ID. They have to have a conference ID. And that is
280-419-196-7. And then the passcode is capital K.
Oh, you're doing the T. I thought you were. I was doing
Okay,
the
I've
phone
noticed
number.
that someone has just entered.
Hold on.
If that person would like to provide testimony, I invite you to use the raised hand function, which by phone
Hold on.
is to push the *5. Also, anyone who is on this call who has not already provided testimony is welcome to raise their hand. All right, 848. Give us one moment,
You can do
please,
it!
to unmute you.
Your mic is enabled. You'll have to push *6 to unmute yourself, and your time will start after you introduce yourself.
I'm going to do the whole thing on here.
Is 848 gone?
I believe they just left.
All right, we'll see if they come back.
Oh my God, 280.
Too bad you can't just throw it on screen.
Yeah.
Again, anyone who is interested in providing testimony who has not already provided testimony, please raise your hand or use the *5 function if you're on your phone. We're holding the hearing open till 4.
Craig, get up on there and call it. Call the number. You can do it.
Okay. This is the Microsoft Teams ID. Shit.
All right, I'm going to mute myself again and come back on if somebody comes in.
And then I'm going to get the phone number up here too if people want to call in. Somebody just had a wreck over here.
I just heard that.
Yeah, it's like, damn. It's so weird living next to like a road like that. All right. 840-2075. Conference ID. Okay. I wish I could pin 2 things at a time.
I didn't know there was a conference ID you had to put in.
If you're calling in by phone.
Oh.
That's the phone, and then the Microsoft is.
Come on, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get your testimonies
Come on,
in.
Craig. All right, I'm going to put this back up one more time. I'm just going through the comments. So this is a Microsoft Team ID and password. Jade says, come on, everyone, let's go. And you could take a screenshot of this, you know, if you're watching it, take a screenshot so you can copy and paste it even. And here's the phone number and the conference ID.
Let's go. We all, Craig.
It's cool, man. It's not that bad. I promise. It's not that bad.
It's not bad. Once you get over
everybody that you'd be helping, you know.
Once you get over that hurdle, that's that fear, then everything else just flows.
Yeah.
I believe this is the individual that had left. The 848.
Yeah. Okay. 848. You see you're back in.
Here's a word we heard.
I have enabled your mic. If you're interested in providing testimony, you'll want to push *6 to unmute yourself.
I can't remember which
Okay,
one.
so the 848 phone number, please push *6 to enable your microphone, and we will be happy to receive your testimony.
I could have just put this up as an effing ticker. I was trying to hurry, though.
Okay, 848, if
Noah.
Are you able to unmute yourself? I think you've done it. Can you hear me?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you please provide your name, spell your name, and if you're with an organization, provide that. And if you would like the notice of decision to be sent to you, please provide an email.
Okay, my name is Lisa Frankenfeld. Lisa, Lisa, Frankenfeld, F as in Frank, R-A-N as in Nancy, K, E as in Evan, N as in Nancy.
I know what
F
you
as in
mean.
Frank,
You know what?
E as in Evan.
Just do your,
LD.
put it through Chat GPT.
Thank you, Ms.
Do it in your own
Frankenfeld. Go
words
ahead.
and have it polish it up a little
Okay,
bit.
so
and then you can
please forgive me. I'm hearing
change that
impaired,
a
so
little
you
bit
would
too.
like to
That's
hear
what
my
I did.
testimony,
Just 'cause
correct?
I'm bad at
Yes,
grammar.
please.
I used to have my husband read everything
Okay.
before I did it.
I would like to share how kratom has adversely impacted my family and why it's important to consider banning this substance. Our
That's
son
the
Brandon is
master
a highly
reporter.
intelligent, educated,
Yeah.
inherently kind 30-year-old man who has been suffering from kratom abuse. Beginning in 2019, Brandon became increasingly withdrawn, depressed, secretive, and hostile, and this behavior escalated over time. When we asked about drug use, he offered to take a drug test, the majority of which do not detect kratom. We were at a loss to explain Brandon's change in behavior until September 2023. Brandon was admitted to the emergency room in a semi-comatose state, where the attending physician informed us that he had overdosed on kratom. Despite this incident, Brandon's kratom abuse continued to intensify, leading to a myriad of health issues, including gastrointestinal problems, increased depression, anxiety, insomnia, and
He's an
explosive
alcoholic
anger.
too, babe.
Kratom's sedative effects made him fall asleep unexpectedly, even at work or during meals, and he was extremely difficult to wake. He experienced violent tonic-clonic seizures. His alcohol consumption increased, and he resorted to stealing substantial amounts of money from us to fund his kratom addiction. Additionally, he stole money from local convenience stores and gas stations. Lastly, Brandon's conduct due to his kratom abuse has severely damaged his relationship with his sister, brother, girlfriend, father, and me. He attempted to quit kratom cold turkey, but suffered severe withdrawal symptoms which mimicked heroin withdrawals. Over the past year, he has been in 4 rehabilitation centers due to his kratom addiction, yet he repeatedly relapsed. He has stated that the easy accessibility of kratom was a significant factor in his struggle.
What about the
proper
alcohol?
labeling would not have deterred him from taking kratom, and that kratom, rather than alcohol, was his primary addiction. This good-natured, well-educated, and intelligent individual, who is my son, now works as a janitor at Wawa and resides in a sober living facility. He has no car, license, or money, and relies on Medicaid. He has recently taken the Vivitrol shot in addition to IOP and 12-step meetings, and hopefully these will be effective in helping him recover from kratom use disorder. It is also worth noting that my husband and I have spent tens of thousands of dollars on rehabilitation, legal fees, court costs, and prescriptions to support Brandon's journey to sobriety. We have seen the products that Brandon was consuming, and they were plain leaf kratom in both powder and extract forms, not hydromitragen O. This illustrates the fact that kratom in any form is under-researched, under-tested, and unsafe. And should its legal status not be addressed promptly, appropriately, you will find yourself in the middle of yet another epidemic. While kratom may have potential medicinal uses, it should be scheduled, studied, and judiciously prescribed like any other drug. Furthermore, chronic pain sufferers should have easier access to appropriate medications. Please note, I am not affiliated with any pharmaceutical company, and nor am I or my son involved in any lawsuits. My primary purpose is to educate the public and inform elected
Ms.
appointed officials
Frankenfeld, you
about
have
the
reached
dangers
the
of
end of
kratom.
your time. Please wrap up.
Thank you. In closing, I wish to emphasize, thank you.
Your primary focus.
Thank you
is
for your
to cut
time,
down
Ms.
kratom
Frankenfeld.
advocates.
We appreciate your testimony.
And you highly brag about that on social media.
All right,
We know all about
so
you.
I have noticed that there have been 2 additional people
Yeah,
who have
dude.
joined this hearing in the last couple of minutes. If you are interested in providing testimony and have not already provided testimony today, please use the raised hand function to identify yourself. If you're on by phone, please use the *5 function so that we can find you and allow you to provide your testimony.
And I do realize that's misspelled.
Again, *5 if you're on by phone.
We'll
All right,
pretend
we
like
have a
it's not.
949 number.
I just noticed that.
I have enabled your mic. You'll want to push *6 to unmute
There
yourself
you
on the
go.
phone, and your time will begin when you finish introducing yourself.
Okay, 949 number. Are you able to push *6 to unmute yourself? All right, you're unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Keith.
Yep.
Rally them up.
You got 15 minutes. You can still testify. You got 15
Did that person
minutes.
disappear?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Hello?
Hello?
Somebody that's an alcoholic
Can you hear me?
or was
I
an
can hear
alcoholic.
you. Okay, can you
Okay,
please?
thank you.
Sorry, I thought
Yeah.
I thought I lost you for a moment. Excuse me.
That's
If you could
fine.
please say your name and spell your name for the record.
Yeah.
If you're with an organization, let us know what that is. And if you would like a copy of the notice of decision, please provide your email address.
My name is Arthur Richard. I
This is
am
George's
not
dad.
associated with any organization.
Oh, I did.
My email address is trackman1555@yahoo.com.
I love George, dude.
I am a father of someone who was a heroin addict, also was a opioid addict at one time, from probably 17 to about 22. Went through 2 different programs and did not get any relief from either one of them. Found kratom, and within the last 6 years has gotten off of every drug, has used kratom, and is a business owner now, is married, has 3 children. I myself take kratom. I only take I take a half of a tablespoon in the morning for anxiety and for energy, and it works wonderfully. Does not change your outlook at all. Does not change your functioning. All it does is basically relieve you of the anxiety. You're yourself, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, my son has 3 children now. He's a business owner. He's a homeowner.
That's okay, Jordan. That's okay.
It's been a great thing. I've talked to dozens and dozens of people
He's doing
and parents
great, dude.
of people who use kratom for pain, for
can't wait to meet him
withdrawal
one day.
from heroin, withdrawal from opiates. Just yesterday, I was at a Lowe's. I bumped into someone that I recognized their face, but nothing else.
And I said, we know each other, don't we? He says, yeah. He says, you're Jordan's father, right? And I said, yeah. And he said, I forget the child's name. He says, I'm so-and-so's father. And I said, oh. He says, how's Jordan? I said, he's doing wonderful. I said, he's a business owner. He has a family. I asked him about his son. He said, and he knew me because of Kratom. So he told me, I was so heartbroken. He says, oh, his name is Jacob. He said, Jacob passed in 2022. He says he was doing so wonderfully. Then he went with one of his friends, and they went out somewhere. And he said, and when he was taking Kratom, he was doing tremendously. He stopped taking Kratom, started hanging around with people. He said one day he went out, he died of fentanyl.
Man.
And that's a big problem that you'll have if you get rid of Kratom. A lot of people who take Kratom for pain, who used opioids, a lot of people who take Kratom, who were previous addicts, will go back to their addiction, because Kratom is just it takes away the urge for.
You have reached the end of your time. Please wrap up.
Yeah, and I think taking away the ability for people to use Kratom is a big disadvantage, and it's the leaf Kratom. I'm not talking about.
Thank you,
Fentanyl.
Mr. Richard. We appreciate your testimony today.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Next, we have a 716 number.
Go Jordan's dad. Go dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've enabled your mic. In order to unmute on the phone, you'll have to push *6, and your 3 minutes will
Go
start
dad.
once when you finish introducing yourself on the record.
Okay, 716. If you can please push *6 to unmute yourself. All right, thank you very much. Could you please say your name and spell your name for the record? If you're with an organization, please provide that information. And if you're interested in having a copy of the notice of decision sent, please provide your email.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Excellent. My name is Gabrielle Russell, Gabrielle, Russell, Russell. I'm not part of any kind of organization. I got to make this quick. I got a lot going on, and I wasn't really planning on making this call today, but when I found out you guys were doing this, I had to take some time to do this. I am 100% against a ban on Kratom in your state. I'd just like to echo a lot of what the last gentleman said. Nothing good can come from it. This is something that helps so many people. It helps more people than it's ever harmed. And again, just like the last gentleman, I'm talking about plain leaf Kratom. None of that other stuff, none of the enhanced 7.0. I don't know anything about that stuff. I've been a Kratom consumer for over 10 years now. And it's been nothing but a positive part of my life. It's helped me in so many ways. I use it for a whole bunch of different reasons. I've never had an issue with substance abuse or anything like that, so I don't use it for those reasons. I use it to help manage pain, anxiety, give me energy, things like that. It's replaced coffee for me, and for me it's been. It's not intoxicating.
Gabrielle?
I can go about my business. I can perform my duties throughout the day and be the responsible person that I am, and I have no issue. I'm personally kind of amazed that this is even still being talked about the way that it is, and how blown out of proportion this has all really gotten.
I don't know.
Kratom doesn't deserve this. It's actually rather benign, if you want.
Yeah.
It's boring. It's not something that
It's
people
totally
who are
boring.
wanting to get high or anything like that are going to want anything to do with, because it's not what it does. When I hear people talk about it in that way, I can't help but to laugh, because I just find it so foolish. But it does help people. It helps people with so many things. It's been life-changing for a lot of people. I don't personally have a big moving story like a lot of people do have. it's just something that I find to be beneficial in my life. I could live without it. I'm not going to suffer tremendously if it is taken away, but so many people will. You have to understand that.
That's okay, Jordan.
So yeah, I just think it's the wrong move. It's the wrong move. There's ways to go about this. There's regulatory frameworks that have been adopted in other states.
Yeah.
That Connecticut can look at as well. They've been effective in combating, you know, any kind of issues that have come up involving kratom, and I think you need to take a hard look at that. And yeah, that's really all I've got to say. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling. I'm a little nervous, but that's all I've got to say. And I really hope that you guys make the right decision. Thank you for hearing me out.
Amazing,
Thank you for your testimony today. We appreciate it.
Woo-hoo!
Okay, next
Thank you.
we have a 269 number. And then just a reminder, anyone who's joined, please use the *5 or raise your hand if you'd like to provide
Genius
testimony.
idea to put this up, though.
I have enabled 269's mic. They have to push *6, and their time will start when they introduce themselves.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Melody Wolf. My email address is melodyhope555@gmail.com. And I am just so surprised that a ban is happening in Connecticut when Rhode Island just reversed their ban. And the governor, he had a lot of input into that. So he actually participated in reversing their own ban.
Yeah.
I would really hope that Connecticut would do the same. I'm an 11-year daily consumer of kratom, and I take it for several pain conditions: fibromyalgia, sciatica, spinal stenosis, chronic rotator cuff issues, tendinopathy, and a few other things I'm getting as I get older. I'm 60 years old, and it has just been a godsend to me. I was asked by HHS and the FDA to participate in their national televised conference about kratom and 708.
Well, I'd be throwing
They knew
that
exactly
out
what
my
I was going
testimony
to
all the
say
time if
because
that was
I had
me.
to clear it with them.
What?
That I was at
asked
the
to talk about the
HHS
benefits of
conference.
I know.
kratom and to distinguish
would.
it from 708.
Bragging rights, though.
708 does not enjoy the same safety profile that kratom does. I'm just talking about the plain leaf, not any adulterated products. I went from needing a walker and sometimes even a wheelchair to caring for my newborn granddaughter for an entire year when it was COVID and her parents' child care center was closed down. If they would have had to get child care like that at the last minute, it would have cost them $50,000. So you can see how a ban would be far-reaching. I don't know any young couple that has a baby that can just shell out $50,000. But because of kratom, I was able to help with them. And even this summer, they asked me to come back for the summer because they had an unexpected house bill. So I spent the summer chasing a 3.5-year-old little girl. I rode down hills with her. We went to the fair. We went to the zoo several times. In fact, to the same zoo where my kids had to push me around in a wheelchair, I was pushing my granddaughter around.
There you go.
Yeah. And I just can't imagine not being there for my family. Because when I was bedridden using a walker and wheelchair, my kids were in elementary school. Our house was pretty dismal. And I can't get those years back. There's no way to do that. But I can be there as a great mom for my adult children. And I just hope that you will not ban kratom. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your testimony today. I'd just like to remind everyone that the law that we're taking testimony on today, or the regulation that we're taking testimony on today, was preceded by a law that's already been passed by the Connecticut legislature and signed by Governor Lamont.
Underhandedly.
It's requiring DCP to schedule the drugs on the list. We are asking that comments be limited to whether DCP is scheduling the drugs in the appropriate category and in accordance with Connecticut state law.
Nope, they're
So
not.
testimony regarding that specifically would be very helpful to us.
I already said,
And
I
with
said
that,
that in my testimony.
I would say,
It
could
does
we
not need to be
please
scheduled.
allow
I
909
wholly
to be
disagree.
unmuted?
I mean, everybody
Okay.
that's giving testimony,
909, if you
saying,
could
don't
please
fucking schedule it.
say your name and state your name for the
Duh.
record. Provide an organization if you're with it. Provide an email address if you'd like a copy of the notice of decision. You are muted, and you can
Yeah.
unmute yourself by pushing *6 on your phone.
It's like people are able to have their, you know.
Go ahead,
My
909.
name is Michael
family.
Feldman. Yes, hi. Thank you very much. My name is Michael Feldman. My email is Mike_FELD23@yahoo.com. And just want to thank you guys for allowing us to speak. I'm advocating for the natural leaf, not the synthetic byproducts that even the HHS and the FDA have made very clear to distinguish the difference. I'm 43 years old. When I was in my mid-20s, I got crushed in an accident, and all of my ribs were dislocated from my sternum. My doctor put me on narcotic painkillers, and it spiraled out of control. Then I ended up losing my father to Lou Gehrig's disease, otherwise known as ALS, and I was in a terrible place.
Oh, wow.
And continuing to receive these drugs, I was in a spiral, and kratom literally saved my life. And sorry, I'm not a good public speaker, but and so this was when I was in my late mid-20s. Today I'm healthier than I was in my late 20s. I have used
like
kratom
Tori's
responsibly,
brother.
just the leaf, the
Their
organic
voices
leaf. I've
sound
never,
so similar.
I wouldn't touch the 7-OH stuff that's been causing such a big stir, but and it doesn't have the same safety profiles at all. But I've been able to use kratom leaf organically off and on, and it's kept me healthy. It's kept me away from the dangerous narcotic painkillers, and I have a beautiful wife and a wonderful life now, and I can absolutely attribute it to kratom. And I think that there's a lot of people that are there's a lot more benefits that are being had from the natural kratom leaf than not. I mean, I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it turn people from being completely unhealthy, stuck on drugs, to being completely healthy. It helps in so many ways. I've seen it so many people, and so that's why I'm advocating for the natural kratom leaf. I think it would be a very bad idea to schedule the organic leaf as God put it on the earth. So that's my testimony, and just thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you, Mr. Feldman. Before you sign off, can you please provide your email address? Again, you spoke quite quickly, and we'd just like to make sure we have it accurately.
My apologies. It's Mike, M-I-K-E _ F like Frank, E-L-D-M-A-N, or I'm sorry, I'm Mike _ F-E-L-D 23 at yahoo.com. My apologies. Like I said, I'm not a good public speaker.
Maybe
it's all fine. Thank you very much. We appreciate your testimony today.
You did amazing,
We
Mike.
appreciate you as well. Thanks again.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay. 740. Could we please unmute 740?
Yes, 740 is unmuted. To enable your mic on the phone, please push *6, and your time will start after you introduce yourself.
Thank you. 740, if you could please say your name, spell your name, provide an email if you would like a copy of the notice of decision to be sent to you.
Yes, Dan Gibbs. My email address is Dan Gibbs, DANGIBBS 6370 @roadrunner.com. First of all, I'd like to say that the last few proponents of not banning only help build the case to ban it, in my opinion, because you're telling me that you this substance is so powerful that you don't have to take heroin anymore, and you can go to the local smoke shop and buy it.
Correct.
And it's so powerful that it allows you not to take hardcore drugs anymore. Really?
Correct.
So my son, Austin, passed away December 6, 2023 from kratom intoxication. Only thing in his system, nothing else in the system. It was not a poly substance. It's on the toxicology. It's on the autopsy. He went to bed about 8 o'clock. The next morning I got up. His car was in the driveway. I go down to his bedroom. He's in the floor face down, and he's gone. Toxicology test came back, nothing else in his system. His official cause of death was kratom, mitragynine intoxication. This substance works on the same receptors in the brain as opioids. And these people trying to say that, why are they calling in against the ban if they only, I can go off from it. I don't need it. But yet you take it and you're calling in against the ban because you need it so bad that you don't want a ban on it. It has been an extremely devastating to me and my family. Anyone who says that pure kratom cannot be cannot kill just by itself. Yes, it can. I can provide the toxicology report. I can provide the autopsy if needed. But like I said, these last few
this guy's never had to deal with someone in real addiction, apparently.
Have only helped the case to ban, because
if any of us were still in real addiction, we would not be spending
heroin,
time.
Morphine. I can't get out of bed without kratom. Really, it's so powerful. And they're
it's
not
talking
powerful.
About 708, Nobody said it was
they stated. They're
powerful,
talking about
dudes.
powder. It's so powerful that it allows them to get out of bed. It cures their ailments, all of these illnesses the one speaker was referring to.
Mr. Gibbs, I'm going to ask you to please be respectful of other people who've provided testimony, and they'll provide you the same courtesy. Please continue.
Sure. Yes, that was my point. That it's so powerful that that people state they don't need their pain meds anymore. And you walk to the local smoke shop or the gas station, and it's readily accessible to kids, teenagers. I'm obviously 100% for a total ban.
You have reached the end of your time. Please wrap up.
Leaf
Spent all
form.
his time talking shit about us, dude.
708 is when the pure kratom is ingested, it turns into partially 708 anyway.
We know that.
Okay,
So,
thank you, Mr. Gibbs. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
If there's anyone who is in this hearing who has not provided testimony and would like to provide testimony, please raise your hand. Use the *5 function on your phone.
Exactly.
Looking for folks to raise their
How
hand
hard
or
is
use
that
the
to understand?
*5
He acts
function
like
if they have
it's like
not
we're
already
just high
provided
as shit or
testimony
something.
today.
Being
All
blinded
right,
by
951.
drug. I used to
951, your mic is enabled. Please push *6 to unmute yourself, and your time will start after your introduction.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
My name is
nine-
Tessie Johnson.
Because we've all been respectful.
I was
of
only
Mel,
going to ask
dude.
you to say your name, spell your name, provide your email if you would like a copy of the notice of decision, please.
I hope so, Kelly.
My name is Tessie Johnson, Tessi, regular Johnson. Email is Tessie, that's TESSI, Orleans, ORLEANS, @gmail.com. I would like to express my concerns about the 708 dilemma that we're all going through right now. I've been a kratom consumer for 8 years, and it has literally changed my life.
Well, I hope we end on a good note.
The 708 is not what naturally occurs in bulk like they're selling in stores. I have not tried 708, and I know I never will.
I won't either.
I do think there's room in this law for 70H to be unlawful, and just please keep our kratom legal. I even use kratom after a knee replacement and I didn't use any kind of narcotic.
You got you a
once I
handheld
got
fan,
home.
Kelly?
So I just wanted to express my opinion. and my vote
Lifesaver.
that
Just saying.
separate the two. I'm okay banning 70H or having stricter
Oh, cool.
quality
It's a Jordan's
control
employee.
things met.
Separate
And
the
that's all I wanted
two.
to say.
Thank you for your testimony today.
Separator Raider.
Thank
Anyone
you for
else?
letting me speak.
Of course. Anyone else who's on the
Everybody's
line who's
rallying the
interested in
troops
providing
today,
testimony, who
yo.
has not provided testimony, please use the raised hand function, push *5 on your phone. Hey, Becca Morris.
Becca!
Hi there. Is this regarding kratom?
This is regarding, I am happy to read for you what we're looking for if you're not familiar with it. It's a public hearing. So there's a law that's already been passed by the Connecticut legislature and signed by Governor Lamont, which requires DCP to schedule drugs on a certain list. Kratom is one of them. We're asking for comments to be limited to whether DCP is scheduling the drugs in an appropriate category and in accordance with Connecticut state law. So yes, that's where we are.
They are so respectful.
Thank you so much for
dude.
clarifying that for me. I
Like the
really
people
do
running this
appreciate
meeting.
it. I'm against any
Yeah, can I have you
ban.
say your name and spell your name for the record? And also provide an email address if you'd like a copy of the notice of decision.
We had
Ms.
everybody
Morris.
from last night come to
Of
this.
course, and thank you. Yes, I know my name is spelled a little differently. My first name is Rebecca, REBEKKAH, and my last name is Morris, MORRIS. My email is becca13@yahoo.com. And I do appreciate the offer. Thank you. I do just want to state that I'm against any ban or scheduling of kratom, and it has changed my life positively and that of many others that I know.
All right.
Good.
Is that all?
Right on, Becca.
Ms. Morris? You're muted.
Yes, that is all. Thank you.
Thank you for your time today. We appreciate your testimony.
Thank you, Becca.
Let's move on to phone number 405.
Come on, end on a good note, baby. I want to end on a good note today.
Same.
Your mic has
Oh.
been enabled. Please push
Big money.
*6 on the phone to unmute yourself to give your testimony, and your 3 minutes will start when you finish introducing yourself.
The only reason I
So
still
I'm
don't
going
have
to
it on
ask
is
please for your
because
name, for you to say your name, spell your name, and provide an
past
email
my
address
name.
if
I
you're
don't know where to
interested in
go.
receiving a copy of the notice of decision.
Okay, thank you. My name is Adam Hull, ADAMHULL,
He called in.
and I just want to say that kratom has saved my life as well as thousands of other lives that I've personally interacted with on a face-to-face basis. It has been an incredible tool in the opioid epidemic in preventing a lot of death and further harm to not just individuals but families. 70H is a more controversial thing, but it does have its health benefits, and it is a good thing overall for those people who need a replacement for pain management medicines because of how 70H works. And it should be regulated, not prohibited. And if that is looked at and the science is clarified on that, it will be shown that it is medicine also. That's it.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for your testimony today.
Thank you.
Right, we're at 412. Going to give a last call for anyone who has not yet provided testimony to please raise their hand. If you're on the phone, it's the *5 function. Again, last call for folks to provide testimony. Okay, we have Ari.
Ari, I have enabled your camera and your mic. Please unmute with the button on the top right or by hitting Control-Shift-F, and your 3 minutes will start after your introduction.
Okay, Ari, could I please have you say your name and spell your name for the record, and please provide an email if you're interested in receiving a copy of the notice of decision.
Hi, my name is Ari Taylor, A-R-R-I. Last name Taylor, T-A-Y-L-O-R.
Uh-oh.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a long-term Kratom user, probably on and off for about 6 years. I have not tried 7-OH, and what I'd say is there should be more clear information. I wouldn't necessarily say I would outlaw Kratom completely, but when I first started, it was presented as a herbal remedy for a list of different things, and I eventually became dependent on it and had to go to a rehab to wean myself off. I actually got put on Suboxone. So it's kind of a love-hate relationship because I have heard a lot of positive responses from people who use it, but it is also very addictive if you have, a history of addiction or it's in the family. I've also spoke to people who had never had issues with drugs or alcohol and they became dependent on Kratom. So I think there should be more warnings. The vials of it should not be at the counter of gas stations next to 5 Hour Energy, where they can easily be interpreted as an energy substance or an energy drink. So the confusion there is very dangerous, I think. And then at gas stations and not head shops, that poses an issue. Because if you're going into a head shop or a vape shop, it's a little bit more understood that they're selling stuff that is leaning more towards a drug, and being sold at a gas station, I think is a little bit dangerous. But across the board, there definitely needs to be a form of a warning label, because it does act as a very strong opiate taken in large doses. For myself, I can't speak for anyone else. I've heard different,
Yeah, we're still going, Jen. They're accepting calls. The last
slightly relaxed to alert in small doses, but it can definitely be addictive, very addictive, and it taken in large doses.
Yep, Kelly.
And I think again there should be at bare minimum large warning label on it, like you would cigarettes.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So we were scheduled to end at 4. We will take this last person, testimony for Jana Wu, and then
that's all I have to
I'll
say.
remind everyone that written testimony is able to be submitted until October 20th.
We're watching it get dark in our house.
So, all right, if you could please go ahead, Jana Wu. We will unmute you. If you could say your name and spell your name for the record, and provide an email address if you would like a copy of the notice of decision to be sent to you.
Hello, thank you so much. I apologize if there is an echo. I'm hearing an echo. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to speak. My name is Jana, J-A-N-A, last name 2 letters, Wu, W-U. I do work at Mountainside Treatment Center. I am presenting today as myself though, so I will leave my email as Jana, J-A-N-A, W-U-L-C-S-W at Gmail. So thank you so much to everyone that's
most of them have.
I think there's a lot of good learning today.
Most of
and
them.
There's obviously potential for
I was
Kratom
hoping to end
to
on
be
good
very
note.
helpful for some people. It has been used in Southeast Asia for centuries and more safely than we're seeing it used here now at this time. So I think at this time,
Yeah, she
it
is.
is indicated as for us to have more safety protections on it, like the last speaker mentioned. Perhaps that includes scheduling, and I would hope it would be scheduling that would include ability for medical uses. I think that would be very problematic if we were not able to do more research and see the applications for medical usage.
Yeah, I'm so
I
tired.
know
I
people
still have
don't
to
like the
pack.
idea of scheduling. It would put a lot
I
of
finish
restrictions in,
today.
but the way it is now, I agree with the last speaker that we should never be getting medication at a gas station, that we should be getting medications from sources where we have the ability to talk to someone about it. So that is implying probably a pharmacist
I'm just gonna
or
throw a bunch of
finding a way
crap in
that
a
people
backpack. Me
can
and
get
my
it safely with the opportunity to discuss. So I think there are a lot of options that could happen. In my professional experience, I have worked with many people that have struggled with kratom addiction and
I
7-HT.
think Deborah's behind.
I am separating them when I speak right now.
I think she's
But I've
asking
seen
for
many
the
people that
sad.
struggle and have the same struggles that we see with other substances of struggle, such as alcohol, nicotine, other things that are illegal, and then also illicit substances. A lot of family struggles, financial struggles, employment struggles.
I know, fucking valerian
For
root.
many people, it helped them until it didn't.
Biloba.
So it did provide
Just shut it
pain
all
relief
down.
until
Melatonin.
it didn't. And this could be the subset of people that I work with who struggle with addictions. I think there are other people that might have different results, but I think it's important to acknowledge, just like some people have food addiction or alcohol addiction, people can have kratom addiction, and it can create a lot of devastation and pain in someone's life. So I want to make sure that people know and aren't further stigmatized if they do happen to struggle something that many other people might find benefit in. It is still a possibility, you know, for people to be addicted and need support and struggle.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Wu. I appreciate your testimony today.
Damn it, don't win
Thank you
dark.
for the time.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Very good. So
It done
everyone, I will
closed
note
it
for the
down
record
on
that
her.
it is 4:20, and this is the conclusion of our public hearing today on
4:20.
Regulation 2025-018. You are welcome, and we look forward to receiving written comments from anyone who would like to provide them to us. Written comments can be submitted through the e-regulation portal. Again, I thank everyone for their time and participation today, and we are now ending this hearing. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Okay, bye. You know what? She didn't get up to pee either.
Huh, what she got on lunch? She went to lunch.
God, but
So,
come on now.
yeah.
I done
She-
peed like a gang of times.
Thank you, Keith, for rallying the troops. Thanks, everybody. We did awesome again today, y'all.
Yep, we did. We did awesome
We did
again.
awesome again, dude.
I mean, I don't know what the outcome's going to be. I don't know. I don't know. What are they going to do? Like, use that recording for a whole committee to watch the whole thing? I don't
know. She said that they were going to go over what was supposed to happen next, but they didn't. Like after lunch, she was like, after we get done, we'll let everybody know. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. It was a close towards the end. Oh, you're welcome. Towards the end, I think poor Deborah. Hold on. Deborah, if you're watching this, it's okay. I think you're just behind.
Oh.
But yay, Dad. We're going to hip hooray for Jordan's dad again. Yay, Dad.
She's got to be watching Jordan's dad right now. And then she's going to watch this. Hey, Deborah. We don't win there.
Oh, shit. And everybody big thanks to everybody. We did good again today. I mean, even if it doesn't, and I mean, the way they did it was underhanded anyway. But I mean, at least we know, like, we did good today. There was a lot of people that called in.
Yeah, they included it in like a hemp bill at the very last minute. And I mean, I can't really like 100% confirm this, but I feel like KDA is involved with that part.
Oh, if I had money, I'm not a betting woman, but if I had money, I'd bet on it.
Because the other stuff that they were supposed to discuss on this was Phenibut and tianeptine.
Yeah.
You were just talking about that earlier too, Kelly.
Yeah.
Because it's happened to me tons of times where you think that you're like the live, when you're watching the live stream, you think you're right at the part where everybody else is at. But
it does it to me on Facebook sometimes too.
And then when you click on it, you're like, oh wait, because the red line is like further up.
But it's like what happens to us all, Oh shoot. Well, I guess we're gonna get off of here because I'm ready to get off of here.
We literally have
like a
we've
2-day shift of a full-time job the past 2 days.
We've live streamed for 12 hours, not 12 hours in a row, but last night was damn near 6 hours in Irvine, California. And now this is what? How many hours?
It was over 7. It had to be over 7 because when I checked last, it was 6 hours and 45 minutes. So,
and we still got to download these. And then I'm not going to clip this. I'm not going to clip the Connecticut one up. That's clips to make. But for Irvine, I will clip that up for our testimonies that we did last night.
Yeah.
I will upload the whole of this one and Irvine, but for Irvine, I'll clip up the individual testimonies.
God, think about how long it's going to be uploading this.
I know. You got to upload 2.
It's going to be like up and load like 20 hours. Yeah, I know. I think they do what?
Oh, I was reading Mike's comment. Michael's.
Okay. Yeah, I think Michael. Cut. That's like I was saying yesterday. I wonder if anybody's called him with like a fake name, like Seymour Butts. Like,
I know. Yeah, the science will always be on our side, so they can continue telling their little crocodile tear stories all they want.
Yeah,
go right ahead. We just know that you're using your grief, you're weaponizing your grief, and I will always say that.
Yeah,
and you're being used as well.
It's just sad because at the end of the day, it's not going to bring anyone any more closure, I guess, until you can deal with it. But I mean, like I said 1,000 times, I can't imagine. So I mean, I don't know. I think I don't really want to say much about it.
I don't either, because we know they probably don't went out drinking right now and they're watching us while they're sitting in a bar.
Oh yeah, because I mean that's they like to do that. They like to do that. Anyway, well, thank you everybody for coming. We're gonna get off here and
go live life.
Oh, and also everybody wish Misty's son a happy 21st birthday. Happy 21st birthday. Hopefully that's a good thing. Him being his birthday. So that's what we're gonna say anyway.
He's 21 today. He's still at work right now. We're gonna do something later. So because of Kratom, I got to live and witness my baby child's 21st birthday.
Yep. My son will be 20 years old on Friday. So I'm going to go see him and get a son hug. I can't wait. When your son came in the other night and gave you a hug, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get a son hug.
Yep. You get all you felt it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Son hugs are the best when they're like, even when they're grown ups, they're the best.
Yep, 21. Happy, I still can't believe it, man.
I know.
I can't believe it. I did not become an illicit fentanyl statistic. I know I would have. I didn't give a shit what I was putting up my nose, what pills I was popping or nothing. So,
and you know what? And you know what? My whole family is totally down with me advocating. They are like so used to me talking about Kratom 24/7. You know what I mean? Because they know they've seen what it's done for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like what's his face was trying to talk shit saying it's so powerful. It's so powerful. It's like, dude, that's not the point. The point is it gave all of us our fucking life back.
Yeah. Because, Kratom, like I say, I take it for my chronic pain, anxiety, and depression. I've moved on from that active addiction life. I'm a recovered addict. I will not forever be a recovering addict.
Yeah.
And because it helps with my anxiety, it's my stress relief.
Yeah.
It's my stress relief for my kids, because my kids, it's inadvertent stress relief for my kids, because they don't have to worry about coming home and finding mama all knotted out or butt ass naked in my front lawn, Yeah. I have too, Kelly. I have picked pills up out the toilet. I have.
Oh, did I tell you what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take me a shower. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, till my dying breath, I won't shut up about it, and I'll be happy the day federal KCPA gets passed, because it will get passed one day.
Well, yeah. Till our dying breath, we'll advocate for Kratom, and guess what? Kratom won't be what that killed us.
Right.
Because it doesn't cause respiratory depression, Mr. Powerful.
Powerful. So powerful. Like, dude, get out of here with that shit. Oh, all right. Well, we'll see everybody next time.